Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 20th session of Perils and Possibilities, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition chronicle set in the fictional realm of Elysium. With me today is...
Hi, I'm Dean. I'm playing Draenor of Clan Briarheart. He is a forest gnome and a moon druid.
Hello, I'm Ryan. I'm playing Philip Clydesdale. He's a dwarf. Paladin. I forgot my character. He's a dwarf. He's Paladin of Vengeance, and as of right now, he loves horses.
Oh God,
yeah.
no! I
There we
forgot about that.
He loves horses, guys.
Hello, I'm Callum, and I'm playing Valkyria Doriu, who is the resident ASMR warlock with Pact of the Archfey.
Hello, I am James. I'm playing Cassian Vesadress, our last human.
Oh God, yeah, shit.
the last human.
Soul Knife Rogue.
Hello, I am Josh. I'm playing probably the only elf that will ever be in this party, as long as Cassian's alive. Degala, the Way of the Open Hand monk.
Fantastic. Yeah, I can't imagine more joining, although everyone now might just make their replacement characters elves just to spite James. So
That was part of the reason I chose an elf, just to add some really fun dynamics with James.
So thank you, guys that have managed to join us, and anyone that catches up with our VODs, which normally come out on Wednesday. Unfortunately, we don't have Harry with us today. He will hopefully be back with us next week, but obviously that may be subject to change depending on stuff. So in the meanwhile, we've just got our 5 usual Chaos Gremlins that we have on a weekly basis.
Chaos Hags.
They've all reached level 5, so they've just been celebrating all the weird and wacky stuff that the 2024 version of the rules now gives them at these new heights of power. I am dreading it. I'll be honest, because I'm still learning the 2024 rules, so I don't know what kind of mayhem they're about to chuck at me, which is exciting, but also I feel like what hair I do still have on my head is not going to last very long by the time they reach level 10. So, over to you, Josh, for any announcements that we got.
Yes, hello everyone. Hello Bonnie as well. Thank you for jumping into the chat. As Titus said, we haven't got Harry today. He's away on personal business. Hopefully he'll be back with us soon. As Titus said, that is up to interpretation. He might be off for a couple of weeks. We're going to have to wait and see. But we send him all our love. We hope he's doing well. In terms of last week's stream, obviously we didn't have a stream on Sunday because it was Easter Sunday. However, myself, Titus, Ryan and Dean sat down and planned our Farsight characters, or at least the very sort of starting points of our Farsight characters, which is going to be the second campaign after this. So it will replace this once we come to an end, which, I mean, honest, with our party, it could happen next week. Pure TPK. We could be out of D&D very, very quickly. If you want to go and watch that, we recorded it last Tuesday, because obviously it was Easter Sunday. But it did go out as a VOD on YouTube and on Spotify under Introduction to Farsight. It has some new music, it has some new backgrounds, some new effects. It looks really, really nice. But yes, so altogether, if you are interested in checking that out, jump onto YouTube and Spotify. I think that's everything from me. Callum.
Yes, the usual thing, guys. The Rogues Retreat. If you didn't know already, then what the heck are you doing? We are still partnered with them. A wonderful little company. Once again, just providing all of your D&D necessities, little badges, pins, dice trays, dice jails, if you'd even prefer. Because I actually don't know where mine is, because I've recently moved and it's going to be in some of this crap somewhere. But I'm sure it will probably be needed for today. But yes. Go and check them out, guys. It's the roguesretreat.co.uk. The links will be in somewhere in the description of the stream. Probably actually right underneath me from what I can see. Oh, that was perfect timing.
That was perfect timing.
It's all planned. It's all planned. I don't do these on a whim every day. But yeah, please do go check them out. And if you do want a little bit of extra discount, if you use the code Perils at checkout, then you will get an additional 10% off. And it also helps support us and support the stream. So go and check them out.
Also, hi Rock, how you doing? So Rock is somebody who watches my flatmate literally next door Ryan.
Nice.
I think you generally watch him 3 times a week, so lovely to have you here watching us, and I hope you enjoy what we're doing. Yeah, Rock. I've met Rock a couple of times, and unfortunately, they've seen me incredibly drunk, like at Ryan's 30th birthday party, where I got quite upset that Arsenal got kicked out of the Champions League, and then sang something very badly. So,
Yeah.
Expect
Is this-
nothing less of you.
Is this Dwayne the Rock?
do you know what?
You're friends with Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
I have a feeling that Dwayne the Rock and Rock Muse Photo are in fact the same person.
You've
And
never
they
seen
have
them in the same room?
Never seen them in the same room, and I reckon there's just a phenomenal makeup artist. Rock has just said that they have bigger boobs than The Rock does. The Rock's pecs are considerable, Rock. So, that's impressive.
I can't believe we've got an endorsement from Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
I think we can spread that everywhere.
Other rocks are available.
Other rocks are available, but
The
we
word
will
rock
claim.
the word
Dwayne.
rock has now just lost all its meaning.
It's all meaning.
Because we've just said it so many times. I'm now like, what is a rock?
But yes, that's all from me and Callum. Titus, back to you.
Dean.
Oh, Dean. Sorry, Dean.
Yeah, we do have a Discord. We are quite active on there. If you go to perils.uk, that'll redirect you straight to our Discord. We post not just about the show, but we also post pictures of artwork that people have been doing, different projects. We discuss, animals, life, and it's a good place as well to get any updates. If there are any issues, if there is going to be any scheduling issues, it's a nice place to find us.
Yeah, like last week we put that we were going to be doing a Tuesday stream instead of a Sunday stream. It was on Instagram, but it was mostly on Discord. Dean does an amazing job of curating our Discord. So what was it again? It was perils.uk, Dean?
Yep, that's the one.
Perils.uk, jump on. Also, some of the fan art on there is awesome.
Incredible.
Yes.
It is. So, quick note. I know that last week my audio was a bit sketchy. I'm not quite sure why. The week before it was fine, I think. So if it is, please let these guys know, and then we can go with it, because I'd rather not go through the whole session and not realise that my audio is rubbish until I see the VOD.
You're a little
So,
bit peaky, but we're not getting any feedback this time. So that's a big improvement. No feedback this time. You're just slightly peaky, but we can roll with a bit peaky. That's fine.
Okay. Let me just have a tweak and see if I can. Okay. Is that any better?
That is a little
That's
bit
all.
better. Yeah.
That's better.
It's fine for me, yeah.
Okay. Try that. Is that any better?
Yes. That's good.
Yes. Right, okay. Yeah, so I'm going through the stream. If my audio does dip in and out, please let us know. As with everything, we are kind of off the rack, kind of learning as we go on terms of how to do this. So technical issues, we only really learn about when we watch the VODs back or when somebody lets us know. So we do have these guys that are watching the chat. So just shout up if anything happens that you need to make us aware of, and we will do our best to kind of remedy it so it doesn't affect the whole thing going forwards. Besides that, with just to touch on what Josh said, for the Farsight game, we're in the early stages of planning it. I am hopefully going to get the remainder together and get their characters sorted, and also touch a bit more on the rules and stuff. In the Discord, there is a Farsight area where I've asked a few questions of people. If you can, please go over there and answer it as best you can. If you have the time and the willingness to do so, because it helps me kind of curate things and go forward and plan. If I don't get a lot of feedback, I will just do the kind of thing off the top of my head that I like and the thing I think these guys will like, and people will miss an opportunity to help influence it. So that's
By
all
the
I'll
way,
touch on.
Titus is referring to you, the viewers. So in
Yes.
terms of that question there on Discord is for anyone who watches Perils, so that you have a direct say in how the Farsight campaign takes shape. It could potentially be themes, story hooks, things like that, character suggestions, all of that. So it's an opportunity for anyone who watches the stream to have a direct impact on what they're going to see here. And we're also going to do some channel point redemptions that actively impact the game during it as well. So get on over there, give us a hand.
Yes. It's a great time to influence that. I mean, like I said, depending on what's recommended and what's practical, I may not be able to take everything on board, but it's a big galaxy. It's the biggest one I'm going to be planning. So you have a chance to influence it and help curate ideas and stuff that you might have on, like Josh said, the channel points and how they can be redeemed. So if that's of interest to you, go over there and have a look at it for us.
You can also
Back onto our...
I was going to say, you can also start placing early bets on how many characters Josh is going to have in that campaign.
Look, 2 in 20 in sessions is good going for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. It very easily, I could be on 3 today. Like, that could have very easily happened.
What are you all planning to do that you think a TBK is coming?
We're going to be doing what we regularly do.
Yeah, just progress the game.
What do you mean?
In our teeth so far, so why not keep it up?
Oh, why do we think a TPK is coming? Because you're running the game, Titus.
Wow.
I know
Not
what
you're
like.
I'll tell you what, in the number of campaigns I've run, I've actually had a very, very small number of character deaths that have been due to me.
Oh,
No, Josh, you pull that face.
Josh does
How
it
many
all
of
by
those were
himself.
due to me?
0.
Yeah, go on. Give me an example.
100%.
I'll wait.
Callum,
There you
what was
go.
your character's name again? Ronan.
Ronan, yeah.
Ronan was down to you. You disintegrated him.
I didn't disintegrate him. A character that got
you
brought
controlled.
in, attacked him, and hit him. Yeah, but I didn't auto kill him, did I? Anyway. Anyway, so back into the realms of fantasy and these guys saying that I'm out to kill them, which is harsh. Slightly true, but harsh. We have got a monologue to cover not last week's, but the week's before session from the wonderful Cassian. So over to you, James.
Well, it's all a bit fucked, isn't it? I think I'm the last human left. Gwyn's gone. At least the gnome's fun. I should have stayed in Ostia. At least then I could have had a chance at killing father and my idiot brothers. But alas, here we are. Stuck with this lot because of their stupid decisions. With magic. Though I'm a little worried it's rubbing off on me. I attacked someone. But it wasn't me. I definitely thought I was attacking them, but that projection wasn't me. I didn't feel it like I normally do. I don't know what we're doing anymore. Hopefully there'll be some gold at the end of this.
Okay. Very nice. So, before I launch onto my own recap, I just want to do this now because I will forget, knowing me. So, I need someone to do some rolls for me.
Oh, it's been a while.
It has.
Oh, James is on it.
I need a D100, please.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's never a good sign. Did we get a 1 on one of these once?
You did once,
72.
and it actually worked out to your benefit. 72.
Yeah.
So it's the lower the better. You fucked it, James.
Fuck, James, come on.
It's
I
not
planned
always the same. James, can I have a D20 roll, please?
Oh god, me again.
You jumped at it, mate. It's all on you.
17.
Okay. Can I also have a D8 roll, please?
Go on.
I'll do it.
Someone else.
All first roll in Callum's new
Anyone.
house.
Oh my god. That's a D12. If I can actually find a D8, hold up. Oh my god. There it is. Got it. It's a good start. That was a 1.
1.
A 1 on the D8, yes.
Can I have a D4 roll, please?
Oh,
From me as well, or somebody else?
What have you triggered?
No, from you.
Oh, from me.
That's ominous.
That's a 3. I don't like
So
this
if I
one.
hit
One
three,
more
what?
person. One more. Actually, can I have this one from Dean, please?
Oh,
Can I have a
no,
D8
why?
roll, please?
A D8 roll. Yeah, sure.
Me and Brian are fine.
Don't be so sure.
Got my lovely rainbow dice.
Mm.
That's a 6.
Hooray!
Woo!
That's a good one.
The
Yeah,
only
it
good
sounds
one.
Josh's character dies.
I will say, I knew I'd forgotten something. I've not got my dice. I've been I was sat here and I was like, something's missing on this setup. I'm like, oh, my dice. I think I played a game. I'll be 1 second.
All right, mate.
No cardinal sins. Okay, I'll wait for him to come back. Okay.
Is that a good 6 or a bad 6?
I think my 1 fucked it.
Oh,
Definitely.
I will say this: what lower is not always better because there are good, bad results interspersed on the tables I used. So you won't. Otherwise, it'd be too easy for you guys to work out if a low result's bad and a high result's good, or vice versa.
oh,
Um,
Rock. It's always bad here. Something always bad happens. One last announcement before we start as well. You may have noticed something slightly different on the screen. We have got a little subscription goal going on. At the moment, it's just to gather more adventurers. We are a small stream, so if you want to support us, we'd love that very, very much. Or just follow us, or like Rock and Bonnie do, interact in the chat. We love to have you get involved in the entire stream. So thank you for your support as always.
Thank you very much. And more interaction is always better. So if we can encourage that kind of thing, great. So we appreciate people actually joining us and interacting the way you do, especially with these guys watching the chat. It gives us a chance to actually feedback and discuss with you as it on goes, because it's easier to do it in this format than it was when we were all sat around a table. So yes, let's have a very quick DM recap, and then we will go from there. So you have all several days into your journey west of Ostia to head towards the port city of Neredaeth. Once a elven town, during the time of the Great War, it was seized by the humans during their push westwards when they were brought north from the Shadowlands. It is a city of trade. It is a bustling city filled with people, largely human, but mixture of other races, because when you are one of the central hubs of entry for Elysium, you are bound to see people from different countries coming here, from different continents, from different places. And yet, despite that almost equalitarian feel, it harbors evidently some darker undertones. Chief among them, and chief of your concern, being the fact that a elven mage known as Arkfell is said to have purchased the daughter of one of your members from Mayfair, who was a child trafficker in Ostia. This child, simply known to your group as the Dragonfly, for her real name is not shared, is believed to still be there, which is why you are making your way to this town, this city. To the point of fact, you have moved through Beldron, a mining town that separates the 2 points across the Western Road, and what was supposed to be an area where you were due to stop over became something more nightmarish when you encountered the fact that the mining town had unearthed in their furious efforts to keep up with supply and demand from the wolves' armies in the west and the capital to the east, gone through tunnels that they should not have gone through, and woke creatures simply known as the Pale Ones. These creatures began terrorizing the town at irregular intervals, forcing them into a continued state of lack of sleep and furious activity. You encountered this town during one of these moments, and upon seeing one of the elder citizens unable to remain still, which is seen to be the only way to prevent attack from these creatures, you interceded, were yourselves overrun and forced to take flight. But not until after one of your members fell, and then seemingly came back. In this flight, you managed to evade quite some considerable opposition and some very chaos-ridden routes. You finally came out to the west of the town, continued off towards one of the buildings which used to oversee the pass between the Soul Mountain and the mountains to the south. And it was there that you took respite for a period. During your brief time there, multiple things have happened. Philip, who had been acting strange for a period of time, had finished hacking apart not only perceived bundles of wood, but also his own arm, which he severed, and then went off to one of the distant forests, or gatherings of 7 trees, in order to return home, as he saw it. Some of your members went to go and stop him and find out what was going on, only to find that this was not actually Philip. This was some other creature that had interposed themselves upon the party, and in fighting him, Gwen was laid low and underwent a transformation into his alter self, known as Agaz. Unable to fight him in your current state, despite some efforts on the part of Degala, Agaz has taken off, and another member of your party has left. Returning, battered and bruised, back to your wagon, half of you expected it to be taken by one of the survivors that you had taken away from the city, but instead found that she, having witnessed the brutal death of her husband, had taken her own life, unable to process what she had seen and the situation that was ongoing, and doubtlessly having a very long period of not being able to sleep or not in the best shape of mind, took her own life. And in the aftermath of this, with the party trying at last to get some measure of rest for themselves, conversations with friends were had during watches, and at the time that we finish, 2 of you still need to conclude your watches. Those 2 of you being Philip and Cassian. So, everyone else has now gone to sleep. Philip?
That's me.
Your roll, I believe, was a 17.
Yes. Sounds about right. Possibly higher.
Possibly.
It is.
Possibly lower. Most likely lower.
It has been a strange turn of events for you. Not only are you caught still in the reaches of your mind in that moment where you were accosted by yourself in the woods and changed into those logs, you can remember the moments while you were calling out to your party, trying to get them to hear you. You can also recall the moments where you were hacked to bits with an axe and feeling the biting cut of the axe each time it fell. But every time you called out to people, every time you sought help, every time you tried to get their attention, nobody could hear you. Not even Draenor, who seems to be able to commune with all manner of things. And the frustration was building. But what was perhaps worse to you, in a weird way, was the fact that even in that state, couldn't hear her. For the first time in a long while, there was a presence that was normally with you that was absent. And not only did it make you feel more alone than you have felt in a very long time, it also made you feel as though you were falling apart. Not physically. You don't know if wood can fall apart in the way that you certainly felt, but you felt as though your mind was eroding. And by the time you managed to come back to yourself, the biggest relief wasn't your ability to move again, wasn't the fact that you had physical form. It was the fact that what remained of Philip was saved, and her presence could be felt again. And it worries you that even with your mind affected as it is, you recognize that if something was able to cut off your connection with this elf, as powerful as you suspect her to be able to be, it bodes ill for what circumstances one of your party, because it's got to be linked to him. What the fuck is following Val? Now, other than this and gathering yourself, you have not had any sort of interruptions during your 2-hour watch. The place is strangely quiet and tranquil, and even looking out towards the west, towards that solitary mountain, and the mountain reaches towards the south, in a place that no doubt would have seen its fair share of organized marches of armored forces moving west, moving east, heralding a coming of bloodshed which would have been horrific to partake of, and even more horrific to witness. It's oddly eerie, and you're still focused upon that path in the distance by the time somebody nudges you on the shoulder to take their turn. Your watch has passed without event. So last is Cassian.
Oh, hello, Philip.
Hello.
Well, I've had weirder, but do you fancy a quickie?
Like, what are we talking about? Like, drink?
We could start with a drink. I was thinking of fuck, it's been a few days and I haven't gone this long.
Oh, no.
Honestly, years.
You don't want that noise. It's you know how when I take my shirt off, I'm kind of moldy.
Yeah, I wasn't going to look at you, to be honest.
Well, it's quite moldy down there too.
Oh.
It's a lot hairier, so there's a lot more sweat, and mold likes that.
Right.
Yeah. So I'd say no. It might have fallen off. I don't know. I've not looked.
Canon.
But I think I'm decaying. I think slowly. So I feel like if anything was going to fall off first, might be that with my fingers, but I've still got them because they could be falling off inside these gloves. And you don't want these on you.
I'm down to try anything once.
No, anytime I touch someone, it says it fills them with like an uncontrollable feeling of dread.
Okay, well, I have tried that once, I guess.
Yeah, it's not good. I'm going to go to sleep, or whatever it is that I do. Okay. Well, good night.
Good night.
What? You did something?
No, I said good night.
Oh, right. I was trying to sleep, so can you keep it down, please?
Apologies.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
I'm trying to sleep, but you just keep talking to me.
I'm just gonna turn around and walk off.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over here, out of earshot, because you keep bowing by. And Philip walks back over to the sleeping bags and just sits.
I will take out the booze that I've got in my inventory and just start having a drink.
Okay.
I did roll. I've got my roll from last week written down, which was a 17.
Yes.
So.
So. This, as you've surmised in your monologue, has been a bit of a clusterfuck. You are thinking fondly of Ostia, which is a kind of a new experience. The city, as grand as it is, and as historic as it is, and as powerful as it is great from afar. And then the decay is more visible from within. For those that have lived in the bottom rungs and the harsher areas, certainly, but for those that have tasted the good life, they know what they're missing, and in a weird way it makes it worse. But your thoughts on this are interrupted by a movement in the corner of your eye. From the wagon on the other side, a single hand curls around it and grips it. And as you are watching and about to move, you realize that the fact your body is not responding is either suggestive that you have fallen asleep in the brief moment that you were on watch, or something worse. But whatever it is that you briefly glimpsed in the flicker of the wood light of the fire that was stoked for the people on watch, especially for yourself that can't see very well at this time, you can see the thing, whatever it is, its rough shape, detach from the wagon and skitter just beyond the periphery of the fire, almost as though it's purposely avoiding it, knowing that you would be hard-pressed to see it. But it moves out of your periphery, and despite how hard you twist your neck to try and follow it, your body does not obey. And then the sound comes closer and closer, and then begins to come from above you, along the top edge of the building that you are sat against. And you fight to look upwards, but your eyes won't move. But when the faceless figure appears to you this time, it is not from the place where this noise is beginning. It seems to almost crawl up from your lap towards the top of your head and angles towards you. Again, its face hovering so tortuously close, directly ahead of where your gaze looks, so you cannot do anything but notice it. But it isn't clear from how it stays still, or at least how your ears understand it, that it is not the source of that skittering noise. If anything, its sudden presence in front of you makes that skittering more aggressive and angry. Until the skittering slinks off back towards your right. And you can hear it getting quieter as it vanishes off beyond your periphery. But that figure remains close. And then, for the first time, you hear a sound in the back of your mind that hadn't happened in the previous occasions where you have encountered this creature.
Hmm.
And it simply says, in a voice you are certain you have never heard before, and yet you feel as though you know. Regretting it, are we? You keep me busy even in death. I'd be angry if you weren't so fucking like me. I would learn how to spot the things in the shadow, Cassian. And I'd learn quickly. What
Can
you're
I-
awakening to. Go on.
Can I respond?
In your head you can.
What things in the shadow? Who are you?
Don't even recognize me. You don't feel that chemistry. That kinship. You ungrateful little shit. Happy to take my wares, but not happy enough to show respect to your elders.
Your wares? The dagger?
That's right, you little thief. Regretting it now, aren't you?
For a little. It's got me mixed up with these fuckers.
They're the only things keeping you safe. Like I said, I'm grateful. But that'll change. Soon. Sleep well. Spawn of mine. The figure, although it doesn't move, that connection in the back of your head vanishes. What's worse is, by the time people begin stirring and moving, you are still in that same position, still staring at that same featureless face, and no one seems to notice that you are unable to move. And it's only when someone comes up and makes physical contact with you do you suddenly snap out of it. Who comes up and touches him awake?
Dagala trips over him.
I saw that, James.
Oh,
You're welcome.
He doesn't even apologize. He heads out from he was in the house, the derelict house, just sleeping in there. Didn't take a watch. Normally would do. Doesn't actually need 8 hours sleep, but just curled up in a ball. He trips over you, sort of half kicks you through it, and wanders up to the grave of Ginny and just crosses his legs and sits there, his hands on the recently turned, slightly damp soil, his buzz cut sort of slightly shining in the morning sun, and he's just sitting there silently contemplating what he did to lead to this situation.
And it's about the time that you take that seat that, almost as though in sympathy, the clouds overhead, which have grown grey and heavy, begin weeping. And the rainfall that somebody had recently touched on and seen coming begins to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And the humidity of the past few days is broken and replaced with a thin but heavy and insistent rainfall.
Are there any flowers nearby? In the on the edge of the woodland?
That 7 trees in the distance. It was dark enough that, and your focus was very much on other things.
Yeah.
Where you sure that if anywhere it's going to grow, it'd probably be there, but around this house.
Are there any like
No.
in that case stones or anything like that? Just like small stones. He's going to take one in that case, probably about the size of his fist. He could easily crush it in his gauntlets, but he takes it, his sort of short body casting the smallest shadow in this fine rain with the minimal light that there is, and he's going to place it just above where the head of Ginny would be, and quietly mutter a few words in Elven and just take a bit of time standing there while the rest of the party go about their business. Also, can we roll hit dice for healing?
I was about to ask that.
Thank you.
First of all, tell me what everyone's doing, and then we will finish off the bookkeeping for your rest.
I used one for a healings kit, so I've got 4d8 to roll. And I've
Yes.
got
Well,
three.
your hit points that you had.
Yeah.
Before you do that, Josh.
Yeah.
The hit points that you had would not improve with the level up.
Nope, they're
So
exactly
if you
the same.
had 4,
Yeah.
So if you had 4 and used one, you'd have 3 hit dice.
Oh yeah, I did use one, so I've only got 3. I heal.
So
Oof, fucking hell.
yeah,
14.
although your hit point maximum has changed, your current hit points wouldn't have. And
Yep.
although your hit dice maximum's changed, your current hit dice wouldn't have.
Sound. So heal 14
So-
for Dagala to 24.
As a recap for everybody, whatever hit dice you had when you started the long rest, you roll it, add your constitution modifier to each die rolled,
Yeah.
heal that amount, and then get half your maximum number of hit dice back on
Mhm.
top of what you had.
Bonnie, that's a... I'm not sure if Dagala would do that, you know. I think he's kind of quite self-absorbed over Ginny. I don't think he blames himself for the dad. Maybe. I'll think about it while these guys roll.
He should.
I should I?
Everyone,
I don't know what happened. He should. I wasn't there. I was
everybody
made
else healed.
Yeah, I'm healing now. I healed 26. I had 12 left, so math.
Oh,
Hey.
con modifier. 2 more
I
points.
was on max, so
All
back
right.
to max.
Right.
14
So you're on your
plus
old max.
15, so
Hmm?
yeah.
So you were on your old max,
Yeah.
so you'd still... Yeah. So
I
I'm
had
guessing with the
I,
number of hit dice.
I had enough hit
Yeah.
dice that I couldn't possibly not get to max. So
Nice.
I didn't
So
add my
now
con
your
modifier.
hit dice will be... Okay. Right, so everyone should now obviously get their half a hit dice back on what they had previously,
Mhm.
and once you've done healing, let me know.
I am done.
I lose
That
a
was
point of exhaustion.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Exhaustion,
I
what's
was already
that?
gain a heroic inspiration.
So I've only got 2 points of exhaustion now. Yay!
Oh, my God.
When Gwyn smashed Dagala
Oh,
into the
yeah.
floor,
Jesus.
probably should have killed him then as well. Let's be honest. But I think Harry was being nice.
Would have done us all a favor. Kidding. I'm kidding.
Ah,
Expect it from me, but not you.
It's Val's new form, innit? It's just, yeah.
yeah, so everyone should have healed. You now have access to your 5th level abilities as well.
Hell
Humans as well
yeah.
get their inspiration on the morning.
Just me.
Oh, no. That's sad.
So yeah, Draenog would have woken up. He'd fallen asleep, curled up outside with the horses. He's not too... How heavy is the rain? Is it a fine mist that soaks you through, or is it a drizzle?
It's fine, but incessant.
Okay, yeah.
so
he
it's
would
one of
have-
those ones where you'll feel the downpour, but you'll only get soaked if you're out in it for a period.
Yeah, so he'll probably be, would have stirred once it started to rain. He would have cast Speak with Animals and sort of turned to Grey and Brown as they named themselves and be like, right, okay, come on, let's get ready for the morning. He would have taken out some of his rations and sort of fed the horses with those. I have been keeping a track of all the additional rations he keeps using up. He'll probably be raiding either the wagon soon, or he'll just kind of just disappear off into the forest and come back with something. But yeah, he fed Ginny and he keeps feeding the horses. Yeah. He'll
Okay.
work it out for himself.
Upon being
And the horse is.
sorry,
go
go on.
No,
I
go
was
on.
gonna upon being tripped over and regaining my body, Cassian would have, still in his silk pajamas, picked up his dagger and just sprinted outside, completely ignoring the grave for Ginny. He didn't know it was there, to be fair. He might run through it.
Ooh. Does he?
It depends.
I feel like we would have buried her a bit further away from the wagon, so probably helpful.
Yeah, no, just heading towards the wagon, looking for any signs of a creature that would have skittered. Anyone who sees him can see that there's a frantic look in his eyes.
Perception roll from you. What's everyone else doing? The Gala's at Jimmy's grave. Cassian's at the wagon. Draenor is with the horses.
Val, when he wakes up, will get his sort of stuff together, pull his cloak over him again tightly, and kind of with some of the fabric from the old cloak that he would have obviously given to Gwyn to fashion him some sort of mask, he's just going to kind of make like a makeshift sort of thing just to kind of go around his neck so he can kind of pull it up just kind of over his nose a little bit, just obviously try and hide as much of his now absolutely hideous face as he can. And as he walks outside to take his stuff to the wagon, imagine him, the group are going to get ready to leave as soon as possible. He'll see Dagala, who has now disappeared from stream, so I will hold that thought for 2 seconds. There he is.
He went to the grave, guys.
I can't see Dagala. He seems to have run away. Oh, he's just getting some flowers. Okay, that's fine. He'll kind of go over to Dagala and put just sort of a hand on his shoulder. He won't crouch down next to you. He'll still sort of stand just behind you, put a hand on his shoulder. And you can see his hand now is big. It's a big sort of green hand. He's got long fingernails covered in like boils and blisters and stuff like that. And where the bandages were on his arms that he put, they're obviously kind of like ripped and sort of just dangling around his arm now. He's just not bothered to sort them out. And he'll just kind of quietly say behind you, let's use this as an experience, as a learning lesson, to not do this in the future. Let's take what we know, try and make things better for people.
What really have we learned? I tried to help a friend, and in doing so, neglected for the smallest time someone who I thought we'd helped. I tore her away from her father as he was being eaten alive, trying to save her life. We brought her here to safety to try to help her. Everything we did with love in our heart. And it was too much for her. What do I learn from that? What is the point? Is there any point to this now? If this is what we do.
Everything that you did, that I did, that we all did, we had good intentions. You did it out of the goodness of your heart. You tried to save somebody, exactly the same reason I stepped in to save the old man. And look how that turned out. I ran to save my own hide, and he died anyway. So what was the point? We help who we can. We try and do what we think is best. It doesn't always work out.
And what about Gwyn?
Gwyn, I honestly don't know. If Gwyn ever does regain control, then at least he knows where we're headed. Maybe he'll find us again, but Azag, or whatever the fuck its name was, did not want anything to do with us. It flattened you. We were in no condition to fight it. And in all honesty, if we did fight it and managed to kill it, then what does that mean for Gwyn?
It means I didn't lie to him.
You didn't. You tried.
I did.
Again.
I promised him. I made an oath that if that thing took over, that I would finish it, and I would break its neck. I understand your daughter is so important to you. I need to find Arkvel to further my own gains, to try and bring down this human monstrosity around us, but if I have a chance, some point in the future, to kill that creature, for my honor, I must.
Well, the thing is, Degala, you're still here, so your promise still lives. Gwyn is still out there. You didn't say it had to be done immediately. We can do things at our own pace.
You're right.
For now, we don't know where he's gone. We have our heading. Both of us have important things that we need to do. And I need you, along with everybody else, to help me see this through. And then I will help you.
Thank you. I will help you find your daughter. Is it what happened to you? Whatever, when you died. Draenor told me you died.
Yeah.
This new form of yours, was it worth it?
As you say that, he takes his hand from your shoulder and kind of like tucks it under his cloak again, realizing obviously what it looks like. Was it worth it? Absolutely. I said to Draenog.
Okay.
I said to Draenog last night, I would make the same choice 1,000 times over if it meant that I can save my daughter. I appreciate all of you helping me. Draenog said he would have saved her anyway, but as much as I admire that and I respect him, it's not the same as me saving her.
He said we didn't even need you alive to save her, which I thought was pretty fucking weird, quite frankly. It was almost like the kid's mine now. I'm going to take her to my weird, to my weird hippies in the forest, and we're going to teach her the way of hags and shit like that. But look, and the guy's going to stand up now. And how tall's Val? He's about 6'2".
6'3", yeah.
The guy's only about 5'7", but he'll stand up and he'll face you. If you got your hood up at the moment,
He's fully hooded up.
he's going to try and take the hood and push it back. All of my life, I have looked like this. In a world that does not accept me. Growing up in a place where I was a second-class citizen because of the way I looked and who I was. Your task now, and he'll grab his lapel and hold him quite firm. This has been done to you. Own it. Use it. Make it your strongest weapon. And it will fight side by side with my weapon.
Gala, make a charisma check with disadvantage.
Like a saving throw? Or just a check?
Straight charisma.
Straight charisma check. Okay.
With disadvantage.
Disadvantage. I've got a +1, but I've got 2 points of exhaustion, so it's going to be -3 to whatever I roll.
4.
I've got a +1 in charisma.
4 to that hero.
So that's
Okay.
17 and a 6. 3.
You get your words out,
Uh-huh.
and you say them, and you probably mean them. But even though you're probably not aware of it, or at least you're trying your best to contend with it, there is a slip of revulsion that shows on your face. Because when you finally get a full look at Val, we are not talking somebody that is just difficult to look at because they are not pleasing to the eye. We are talking somebody that has a supernatural level of abhorrent appearance to the degree where it makes it actually difficult to interact with him. This is not a normal appearance. This is as though somebody has decided to bestow upon him an appearance that is so blighted that it has a mechanical effect.
In that
Some
case,
bastard from above.
Degala will probably have looked to your face and then directed most of the rest of that speech at where he's holding your lapel, not directly into your eyes.
Yeah.
And after that, he'll probably just let go and tap you and turn quite quickly. And you see his hands flicker a little bit, and he mutters a little word in Elvish, and in his hand a small seed appears as he casts Druidcraft. And he's just going to place it in the new wet soil where Ginny is buried. Tap it. And then quite quickly move away from Val. Probably.
Val's
The only
gonna-
reason I bring up the... Oh, sorry. The only reason
absolutely.
I quickly bring up the drawbacks again
Mm-hmm.
isn't to kind of rob thunder from Callum or make him feel
No, yeah.
bad about the choices and stuff he's made. It is because transformations are an absolute mixture of pros.
Yeah.
There are benefits to them that make them extremely enticing, but they only become a should I, shouldn't I if you really hammer home the flaws.
I forgot
So it
about
is-
the mechanical
it is-
feature of it.
Yeah, that's right. It's the only reason I'm saying it is because it's also to kind of make it so that you don't kind of throw yourselves into the situations where this would actually impact and go against your group, and it's just because it's not been emphasized early enough that it's kept in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there should be an incentive for Callum to not just go, this is all the pros of a transformation and I should just level it up and get better and stronger, because he, at the moment, from any transformation, if anyone gets one, it gives them access to additional powers that the rest of the party won't have. It is only fair then that I really hammer home flaws so that it's not just me favouring one person with benefits.
Absolutely fine.
That's the only reason I'm bringing that up. I just aware that because I keep hammering it home, I didn't want it to make it feel like I'm trying to pick on Callum. I'm not. I'm trying to make it fair.
It's
No.
okay.
Anyway, sorry, Callum. Yeah,
as,
you were gonna
as-
say.
yeah, as the gala walks away, Val's gonna just kind of nod his head and just be like, "Yep, I probably would have done the same." And then he's gonna kind of turn and walk towards the cart to start just putting his pack and stuff in and get ready to go.
Rolled a 6 on that perception check.
Okay. What you do notice, Cassian, quickly, is that you expect to see, based upon the fact that whatever it was clinging to the side of the wagon, you expect to see some sort of damage or marks to suggest that this thing was gripping on, because you didn't see its feet under the wagon when you looked out. You didn't see it standing or anything to suggest that it was standing. So you expect there to be some sort of telltale sign that it was holding on. But what you forgot in your haste while you were running there is that this wagon has taken such a fucking battering with its crooked wheels, its ripped sides, its damaged wood from going through the narrow passages, from colliding with other objects during your flight from Beldron, that it's hard to tell what was caused by this creature and what wasn't. Now, you're also not sure whether or not this thing was even really here, because now, looking away from him and looking down to from the wagon and down to the ground, you're expecting to see some sort of prints, animal tracks, boot prints, whatever. But there's nothing there. Was it even there to begin with?
He's just gonna slowly tuck his dagger somewhere and start taking off his pajamas and gonna go get into his armor.
What, just in front of everyone?
Yeah.
In the rain, taking a shower.
I just need to roll a d6 because with the woodland staff, you might remember I just did a little thing a couple of sessions ago that used up all 6 charges that it has. I did roll at the time, so if I get once I use all 6 charges, I need to do a d20. I did one. I didn't hit a 1, so the staff is still magical. However, at dawn, I can roll a 1d6 to try and get back some of those spent charges. And that's a 2. So I get 2 charges back. So It's not a magic item where I can just constantly do Wall of Thorns. It's if I do a Wall of Thorns, there's a chance it could just completely destroy the staff, and I then have a bit of a cooldown. Good news,
It's a very useful Wall of Thorns, though.
Yeah, I can cast things like speak with animals, locate animals, animal friendship, so we're all good.
That's all that matters. Okay. On the subject of the animals, the horses are, as they were the previous night, glued to Draenor. You said you had to speak with animals on.
Yep.
The sentiment very much is, wet apples, no apples,
No
lots of
apples. Yeah, we'll look for apples. Next town, maybe apples. So Draenor could just be walking. Maybe. And yeah, he'll sort of be walking them, leading them back to the wagon, and just sort of, talking to them about, checking over Grey as she was injured, and I did use a healer's kit to take care of her. Just checking, making sure there's no rot or anything from this weird creature that attacked us.
The injury, probably because you were so quick on tending to it, is mended. It's the cut that was there and the source of the bleeding, although the blood itself is still kind of mingled in with the shape of the leg, tarnishing that grey coloration. The actual cut is nowhere to be seen. There's just the pool of where it began and then the trickle down the leg, but the actual source isn't there. It's a slightly lighter shade of grey than what it otherwise is around the wound, but she's putting weight on it and moving easily with you and with Brown, so there doesn't appear to be any sort of long-term kind of effects.
Yeah, so it'd just be leading them over, just having little simple conversations with them. He's fed them some of his rations, and yeah, just getting them hitched up to the wagon again. Well, no, he'll probably start getting them close to hitch them to the wagon, and then kind of pause and be like, "Does anyone know how to fix wagon wheels?"
Oh yeah. Oops.
And so he'll kind of get the horses nearby, and then kind of let them sort of wander around and graze a little bit while he's kind of looking over the wagon and being like, "Yeah, I don't really know. This isn't the kind of woodwork I'm used to doing."
Now, could I argue, considering Philip's background with his family, that I would know something about putting wagon wheels back on a wagon?
It's not so much that you need to put a wheel back on the wagon. The wheel itself on the axle is damaged and it's a slant. So it's not just a case of it's coming loose.
Yeah,
it was a case that the wagon's been thrown back and forth between things and between walls, and the wagon is actually askew. So it's sat on an awkward part of the axis. The more that you travel on it, and the more the weight is pushed down at that wheel at an angle, eventually the wood's either going to buckle and break, or the wheel's going to come off. Either way, you are aware that at some point in the future, unless it's tended to, that wagon is going to not be movable.
Yeah. How far are we from the nearest town?
Well, the town we just came from is closer. However, it's full of spooky things. The next town, we kind of have to go over the mountains, past the forest, and up a ways.
Okay. Yeah, well, we'll not go to the spooky town, because, I don't know, that seemed like a stupid suggestion.
I mean, if we just stand still, we should be fine.
Yeah, but I meant we would go to the town and, we'd find a wheelwright.
Draenor is going to put his hands in the air and be like, "It's raining. They're weak to water."
Yeah. Everyone's dead in that town, right?
No.
Oh?
They might as well be. We should abandon them.
Yeah, right. Let's
There
go
is nothing
somewhere
we
that's...
can do.
Let's go somewhere that's not spooky, right? That has, trade and people.
Civilization.
That's the word I was looking for. And there's a guy there who's like, "Oh, what do you do as a business, sir?" He's like, "I mend wagons and don't deal with spooky things."
I'm sure
Draenor,
they're
did you not say there is a circle near here of druidic sorts?
Wheels or circles?
We didn't really deal with those kind of circles. Yes, we'd have to go over, and he points towards the mountains. It's like, we need to go through the mountains. I mean, and he'll point to this one solitary mountain that seems to be separated from the ridge of the others. That's the mountain that they've been mining in, and that's where the Pale Ones came from. So we need to go through that valley, past the forest, to get to Neredaev. Or we can go back to Beldrin, where we saved them. And we can tell them that water weakens the things.
Did
Or
we
we
save
could
them, or
not
did we
do
make
that.
it worse?
We showed them that they can win.
That's weak.
We barely won.
We showed them that they can win. What does that mean?
If they kill the things, they're gone. And
Yeah, that's how
water
it
makes
works.
them weak.
That's how it works. Yeah.
So we can protect the wagon while someone fix it? Or trade it?
Absolutely not. I'm not going back there.
Yeah.
Okay. How many days did it take us to get here?
2.
Okay, it's
I
gonna
was
take.
made of wood.
Well, there you go. It's going to be twice as much as that to get to the next place, if not more.
Twice as much wood.
Yeah.
Oh no! I hated being wood. It was awful. Oh god.
I think if we go back, we are only asking for death. We brought
How
death.
many days would it take us to get to Nedley Daeth?
Near Dave. It's a
Near
couple of
Dave,
days. Yeah.
So, someone, I'd probably say someone that's not Philip, make an intelligence check.
Can I make one just for the hell of it?
What is your intelligence again?
What's the
Rock
check?
was curious. Is it 6?
No, my intelligence, my score is 3.
That's like the sentence level of a golden retriever.
No.
It used to be 5, and you voluntarily lowered it to 3.
Dogs
That
are
was it.
smarter than me.
Dogs are smart.
Okay.
Oh my Christ.
Okay, I rolled
Yes,
a
Rock.
4, so that's a 0.
Yeah.
You try and figure out, Philip, how long it's going to take you to get there, but then you struggle with the concept of time.
I was going to say, if anyone watches Philip, he's like looking at the mountains and doing stuff, but he's doing the thing that artists do for perspective, where they get the thumb out and he's like, he thinks that's how they calculate distance.
How many thumbs
He's like,
did Philip?
he's like, I can cover the mountain with my thumb, therefore the blast won't kill me.
Don't ask him how many thumbs. That involves counting. That he cannot do.
He's good at counting. He can count to 10.
If rather slow.
Yeah, I can count to 10.
Yeah.
1.
Oh god.
And he has 6 piles of 10.
2,
So I rolled a
times
13 for an
Two.
intelligence check. However, it's canonical that
4.
Draenor didn't go this way to get to Ostia. He went south, ironically past the Widow's Crossing.
I also rolled for intelligence, or was it just one of us?
Anyone?
Oh, I rolled a 17.
Anyone party for this conversation?
Yes. 17
Okay.
for Val.
Okay, so by Dean's own admission, he wouldn't really know this. He knows where roughly the circle, where his circle is based. But in relation to where he is, he's not sure how long it's going to take to get there. In terms of, let me just double check something quickly.
While Titus is double checking, Ryan, Rock is saying that they have known smarter pets and that if Philip tried to bark, he'd forget the words.
I like that.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Entirely fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of what kind of dog intelligence it'd be. I mean, like a golden retriever's, pretty intelligent. Chihuahuas and Shih Tzus, what my parents have got on there, very dumb.
Okay.
Cockers are idiots.
I'm having a look at intelligence by dog breed.
Border Collies are smart.
To put Philip on the scale.
Yeah, I'll put them on the scale. Okay,
It's like the evolutionary scale, but it's just dog, 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 Philip, dog, dog, dog.
Like maybe a sheepdog. He can herd some sheep. He doesn't know why.
Draynog would know roughly where Kader Athon is, but the distance, probably not the best gauge. What did you roll, Val?
17, but I'm more concerned about how long it's going to take to get to Neredaeth, not to Kader Athon.
Yeah, so from here, normally at a regular pace, i.e. with a wagon that doesn't break down on you and that can actually be pushed to its normal pace, you're probably looking at another 2 days.
Fuck.
Now, between you and Neredaeth, you're also aware, based on the conversations that you've had with Draynog and what Draynog said, that there is a very, very large forest between where you currently are and Neredaeth, and it's very likely this wood that he claims to have come from. That itself is probably about a day to the threshold of those woods.
Okay. And then from there to Neredaeth, would it still be about another day, or does it add on to the time?
It would add on to the time, but then the question is, how long is your wheel going to last for?
Draynog, do you have people in your circle that could fix the wagon for us?
We didn't really use wagons. They might be able to help. It's more that we traded with the people that had wagons who would come by. So perhaps there'd be people on the road, but we haven't really seen anyone on the road recently other than dead people. So
would they have any magic that could maybe fix the wheel for us, as opposed to manual labor?
what, like wood healing magic?
I don't know. You're a circle of druids. I don't know much about your kind. Wood is nature, is it not? You could fix it.
It's not particularly. It's not that kind of woodwork we do. And he'll hold up his staff, and you know he'll show and like the intricate runes down the staff. It's like this is the kind of woodwork we do, and make idols and things like that.
Yeah, as Leo has said in the chat, like mend. But I didn't want to say mending. I didn't want to say mending because I don't know that spell.
Who is this? Who is this Manuel Labor?
Manuel,
fucking hell.
He's a well-known traveller.
Okay.
He fixes wagons. He does a lot of
Oh, that's good. We should find him.
He's He also does some bartending from time to time.
Nice.
At a place called Faulty.
Cantrip.
I'll have a quick look to see if. No, yes, we do get mending, so someone could mend it.
Okay, you
There's
guys
an option.
please. Oop,
Yeah.
go on.
Well, my only thinking is currently we're on a time limit to get to Neredaeth, but if this cart is going to break, and it's worth doing the detour to your woods first, Draynog.
Yeah, I mean we could do. I do have some potent mushrooms that we could barter for.
I beg your pardon?
Someone fixing. Remember, we bought some from the
We're not
fire
giving them away,
genasi.
though, are they? We're not giving them away, are we?
Well, if we need to fix the wagon wheel, like I said, healing. That's not the sort of druidic stuff I do.
It is a
Maybe
good
someone
trade.
in the circle could do it, but we'd have to barter with them. You know, you hand gold to a druid and it just slips through his fingers. It doesn't mean anything.
Guys, you
Nice.
should get tighter grip.
You give gold to a horse. It doesn't do anything. That's what it's like working with druids, working with me.
Watch this.
So-
I get a single gold piece and I place it in the teeth of the horse.
Which one?
I can't remember the names now. I've got them written down. One sec.
Grey
and
and
brown.
The simplest names.
Grey and brown. I give it to Grey. Put it in Grey's teeth. There you go. Beep. Does he hold the coin, Titus?
She.
She.
How dare you?
She kind of just drops the coin out.
She. That's what I was saying. They don't need it.
Exactly. So we have mushrooms
Yeah, you
to
were
trade.
saying they needed it.
I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Anyway, we need to get to town.
Yeah.
Look, we
I
either
vote
go.
towards the circle because I'm sure you mentioned something about some kind of fuck fest last time we talked about it. So,
Not as crude, but yes.
Draenog, my only concern as well is, and he'll just kind of indicate to his new form, am I going to be cause for concern in your circle? Because you said you've dealt with hags before, and I kind of look like one.
Yes, we've dealt with hags before, and I can regale them with your stupidity and your bad decisions, and perhaps they might be able to help.
I'd rather you didn't do that, but I just meant my appearance. Is it going to cause concern? Are they going to just shun me out, or will I still be welcome?
You'll still be welcome. You'll be with me, and if we explain to them that you've made a deal with a hag, that'll explain your appearance much better.
It's a bit more complicated, but yes, fine. We need to start moving because we're going to lose the daylight.
So we either go back to Beldrin, where we can get our wheel fixed, or we go
Nope.
through the mountains into the forest.
Yeah.
On a,
Mountains.
Yeah, quickest route to your circle, Draenog.
probably need to go quite slowly, but okay.
I mean, it's just one wheel that is fuck-fested, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay,
Kind
so if I walk next to, I am quite strong. If wheel snap, I just catch and walk alongside very slowly.
You couldn't pick up the old man. How are you going to pick up a wagon?
Yeah.
Draenog's a bit,
I'm also stronger
grounded
than
at
you.
this point.
I'm taller than you, though. You little man.
Yeah, I'm wheel height.
We can
Yeah,
use
so you got to go.
the wheel.
I just go. Hui.
Yeah, I put it on my shoulders. The optimal way to carry a heavy weight.
How about we try this? Me and you each try and lift up wagon. We see who's stronger.
We do not have time.
Oh, it's fucking on. We do have time for this, guys.
You killed my people. I will show you I'm stronger.
You kill my people, I lift wagon. Okay.
Roll perception check for me.
oh, dear.
This is what we
Right.
triggered.
We're having a wagon lifting contest.
Dungeons and
15.
Dragons.
15.
Okay.
The wagon is gone.
Right. Smallest first.
The horses
Off you
have
go.
got annoyed with your arguments and just left with the way. No. So, have you agreed on a destination, and have you agreed on a pace?
Draenog's woods and I
Slow.
don't know, slow.
Yeah.
That's a
I have
reasonable
to go
pace.
slow, other's the wagon breaks.
Well,
no,
If
no,
we all
not
sit on
too
one
slow.
side of the wagon, it'll take the weight off the wheel, I guess.
let's see.
It's just kilted.
Let's
Yeah.
see who's the best at lifting it. Little man, you go first. Go on.
No,
Can
no,
you
no.
lift the wheel?
Okay.
So, from a mechanical standpoint, I will be making a roll when you're going off with the wagon to see how long it stays for. If you go at a normal pace, I'll roll with disadvantage. If you go at a small pace, it'll be a normal roll. Either way, that roll is being made because
Okay.
the wheel is at an angle.
Yeah. Are you two trying to lift the actual whole wagon with all of the barrels of water and
Yes.
food and beds?
Well,
and
just
everything?
where the wagon bit is.
Yeah, just
Oh,
where
and then
the,
like
where
just
the-
right, not
Yeah.
like
Where the
freaking-
Yeah, we're not bent. But we're strong. Even if it was empty, I don't think either of us could bench press a wagon.
I bet
Yo,
both of you
what
could.
do you bench?
One on each side, both of you.
I bench one wagon. Titus, would you like an athletics check to lift the wagon?
What is this a contest between the two of you?
Yes.
It's to see where we can lift the corner
Where
of
the wheel is.
where it's bent.
Let me just double check. Yes, I think we covered this. So yeah, do an athletics check with advantage if you're both doing it.
Oh no, we're doing it one
Oh
at
no,
a
we're
time.
doing it separately. We're doing
We're
one at a time.
Oh, okay.
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 Okay. I'm gonna spend my
Ryan's stronger, plus
I'm gonna
he's
spend
got
my
like
inspiration point
yeah,
because I want to be better than that. Okay, I like that.
Okay.
So that is a dirty 20.
Oh dear. Okay. The gala,
Okay.
I've got a +7, but it's -4 due to exhaustion, so +3.
Oh, exhausted!
Oh no. 9.
does he rip a muscle?
I hope so.
I didn't even have to use my inspiration point.
The gala throws his back out.
I beat 9 with my bonus.
Fucking hell, what is your athletics
I have a
bonus?
10.
Oh my god.
It did challenge the paladin.
Yeah, I know, but I've got the Goliath strength gauntlets. I've
Ogre
got a
strength.
19 strength.
Yeah,
I
they
have-
slip
I have-
off.
You
I
realise
have
Snaps both arms.
I have +4 in strength,
Yeah, same.
and I have expertise on athletics, so I get +6 on top of that.
Cool. Yeah. Sound.
What have we learned here, guys?
You looked at the guy who is built like a square, and went, I can lift more than him.
The lean monk. I can do this.
The guy who regularly carries like friggin' seemingly like 40 kg gloves on each hand every day.
So, Titus, how much do I get the wagon off the ground with a 9?
Is it what you think that you get it off the ground, or what you actually get it off the ground?
So the gala clutches, gets the underside of where the wheel arch is. Oh!
I think you might be
So,
experiencing
The
something like that.
groaning that you hear, you think is the sound of the wood relieving itself as you lift it and support that weight. What you fail to realize, at least for a few moments, is that groaning is in fact you, not the wood. It doesn't actually move. However, there is a moment where an actual groan from the wood does come in, and it's where you've tried to lift it and you've lowered it, and you've lowered it in such a way that in the now slick mud, the wheel started to twist a little further.
just for funsies, I rolled an athletics check as well, and I rolled 21.
Fuck.
Val just goes over with one arm, just like whoop. Doesn't actually happen, but just fun.
You can't trust an elf to do manual labor without
What?
a whip.
But what does Philip's 20 get him?
So it's worth noting that for things like just displays of strength, it's not actually athletics.
Oh.
Athletics covers jump further, stay afloat in rough water, or break something. It doesn't necessarily go into
right.
the lifting of things.
In that case, my score is a 6.
Strength checks is lift, push, pull, or break something.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
So
6 then.
yeah, so just for future reference. But in terms of what he does manage to do, he does manage to lift it clear, but it's not. It's high enough where you could fix the wheel if you knew what you were doing. The problem is that it's not just a case that it is weakened in its position. It is a case where the axle and part of the wheel is damaged enough where its natural sitting isn't like this. It is now like this.
Philip, you've broken it more.
The square fixture where the spoke goes through, or the axle goes through, is now cracked towards the top so that the wheel sits at a slant naturally.
Philip, what did you do?
It could be mended, but I don't think anyone has that spell.
Nope.
I could have had it, but one, I forgot, and two, it just doesn't feel right for Draenor.
Definitely. I could Eldritch
Gotta
Blast
commit
it
to
back
character.
into place.
Go on, Callum.
Eldritch
I'll give you an
Blast the wheel back
inspiration if
into
you do.
place.
I'll give you an inspiration if you do.
Val's got places to pee.
Right, so I don't think we didn't do great, Philip. You did good, but you broke it. Look, the wheel's worse now that you've lifted it.
I just had a cuffing round the back of the head.
Oh. I'm tired. Don't do that.
Yeah. Okay, here is the plan, everybody. We're going to be going slow anyway. The wagon can't do with the extra weight. We're going to walk it.
I have to walk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not right now.
Who's gonna drive the wagon now?
I'm on it.
The lightest person.
Oh.
So, Draenog.
Fuck.
Draenog can talk to the horses, so they'll listen to him. The rest of us can walk it.
God, that's disgusting.
Yeah. I'm not going to walk it, though, I don't think.
A nice hike.
Yeah.
I'm going to run, to be honest.
And as he says he's not going to walk it, he's going to point in the corner, rub his hands together. Horse! And I'll I'll use my free use of it to summon horse.
Finally.
Horse!
What does it look like?
So what does this... Read to me the spell, just so I'm up to date with the new version of it.
For viewers, we've been waiting for this for 20 sessions. We've been knowing this has been
I
coming.
just imagine that him pulling out like a rocking horse or something like that.
Okay.
Like a little Shetland pony or something.
Or or he just does horse, but what he actually is doing is not casting a spell, he's handing coconuts to the gala.
I would like to say, I will say the great thing about the Find Steed spell, it has a range of 30 feet, so therefore, technically, an offensive weapon, in my opinion. I could just summon a horse next to someone to distract them. You summon an otherworldly being that appears as a loyal steed in an unoccupied space for your choice within range. The creature uses the otherworldly steed stat block. If you already have a steed, blah blah blah. That's the same. You get a new one. It resembles a large rideable animal of your choice, such as a horse, a camel, a direwolf, or an elk. Whenever you cast the spell, you choose the steed's creature type, celestial, fae, or fiend, and then does stuff about if it drops to 0, it disappears. It goes on my initiative in combat. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
So what's its type?
What's his type? Ooh. Sailing. You'd say she's more of a celestial than the others.
Mm-hmm.
The other types, yeah? Or would you? Because it's the power that she's given me. So would it be celestial, fae, or fiend? What's the most likely?
Probably fae, I'd say.
Oh yeah, maybe fae.
It's kind of elven heritage, elven hero. Yeah, I'd say closer to fae than.
Okay, I'd say it'd be fair then.
Because the thing is, based on, I mean, Philip's not too familiar with the lore for sailing, not like Degala is, but it's more a case of she was one of the first elves, but she is not inherently. I mean, you could argue for either celestial or fae, because as one of the first elves, they are believed to have been like the first creation of the gods.
Because we're pure.
I mean, you're not one of the first elves.
Cassian's eyes, it's all fiend.
I'm going to say it's going to be celestial then. And what just sort of... You might think, magic, it might appear magically or like there's some sort of like growth around it. No, it appears like a still PNG image. Like... No pomp, no circuses. One moment it's not there, the next it is. He's like, horse, bump.
You see the mouse drag it into the place.
The mouse drags it in. You see a copy.
Does it load like the old? Does it load like the old images? So just a little bit at a time from the top.
It loads top down, not from the legs. Yeah, you can hear like a fax machine noise. And what appears is, other than that, an extremely beautiful Shire horse.
Okay.
It's big.
I was half worried it was going to appear like his representation of a horse. Like when a kid draws a car.
Yeah.
It's got like 6 legs.
But no, a nice Shire horse. That's
4 legs, but they're all in a line.
Yeah, a big Shire horse appears.
Oh my word!
Hello, everybody.
Little does he know this horse can only gallop left.
This is my friend.
Oh, you shut out a horse. Well done.
I did shut out a horse. You proud of me, Draenog?
Yes, I am.
Good. So this is he's our new companion. I figured now we've got a space in the group, he could join.
What's his name, Philip?
Horse.
Very
Speaking of the
imaginative.
Hello, Miss. And he gives it a quick look. Hello, Mr. Horse.
Oh my god! Is it a Clydesdale horse?
Maybe.
Okay.
Fuck this nonsense.
It
Which
could
way,
potentially-
Darino?
And he just points towards the mountains.
Gonna start walking.
Right.
Okay. There's only one problem though.
What?
Could somebody help me get on the horse?
Draenog will come over.
Thank you, Draenog. I just step on Draenog's hands, on his shoulder, on his head, and get on the side. Thank you, Draenog. He's quite tall.
Welcome.
He's quite tall.
Draenog is quite short.
That's funny. That's
If you're watching, Harry, I'm sorry.
So the horses have been attached to the wagon, yes? Grey and brown.
Yes.
Okay. Is anyone else in the wagon, apart from Draenog sitting on the front, which I believe was the plan?
No.
Okay.
Dagala will be walking, definitely.
We'll see how it goes. Val will start walking, and then we'll see.
Cassian will start walking and
What-
start complaining within 5 minutes.
Is it still raining?
So what pace are we going at?
Is it?
Slow, I think we were going at, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, it'll make the timings longer, but it means that I'm not going to be as harsh with the roll in terms of how long this wagon's going to last for. So, in that case, gathering everything together with a brand new companion in your party,
Horse.
you start setting off west. With the sun rising off in the east and the rainfall, it's perhaps one of the few good omens that you've had, if you can see it that way, that there is a rainbow off towards the coast from where everyone all right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The stream looks slightly different now.
For our audio listeners, the image we normally have to represent a missing character, such as Harry and his character Gwyn, there is now a horse with the title Horse.
I love him.
Anyway,
Carry on, Titus.
First thing I'm queuing off. You start moving off towards the west with a rainbow off towards the coast, northwards. It is perhaps one of the few good omens you've had in the past few days. The rainfall, initially unwelcome, is very light, incessant but light, and whilst constant exposure to it is going to go through your clothes, dampen, make your boots soggy, they're certainly making the ground underfoot slicker and causing your boots to sink into each step. It is oddly refreshing. Rather, after a few days of warm, albeit pleasant heat, it is a refreshing change, almost as though it is nature's attempt in so itself to try and give you some refreshing start onto a journey which has already been ups and downs. And it helps to, although the chatter is at this early hour dimmed, it's made more pleasant in your parting from the fact with the sun rising off in the east, it is showering this open valley in low amber lighting, and the shadows which are off towards the west are diminished slowly and slowly and slowly until they vanish entirely. And the only kind of foreboding thing, and in itself still has a measure of beauty to it, is the fact that the closer you creep down the roads towards these mountains, the keener you are of just how vast they are. In the distance, they were colossal. Now they are gargantuan. Straining your heads up and looking, you can see that it reaches off towards the very threshold of what you can see. Their tops coated in white, and you can only imagine the low end of the temperature, the higher that you go. And there is a narrow, or it certainly looks at this distance to be a narrow break between the single lone mountain, which flanks the edge of Beldron, and the line of mountains which run southwards. And it's towards this opening that you are moving. You do your utmost to ignore the groaning and the clanking, the wooden clanking of the wagon at your back. Every now and again, as the wheel goes over either rocks or particularly clumped clusters of muck and mud, there is a lift, and then the wagon itself seems to shudder as it rewrites itself. But the horses press on and continue with you at their front. Everyone for me, do a perception check.
Perception. Okay,
I just want to check my perception check from before. Did anything come of that, or is that just ominous? All right, okay.
You didn't see anything.
Of course it was ominous.
Perception. That
Nothing
would be a 19 for
It was okay. It was clearly one of those rolls, James, that I asked for just to spook you.
Okay,
Oh, did he?
thought so.
I have a feeling that Ryan might have got quite a good roll there.
I only rolled a 13. I think Draenog's a little preoccupied because he's got a little idea to himself that, so he's just kind of, while he's guiding the horses, he's just kind of looking around at the animals nearby, looking for birds.
So who am I missing?
Degala was with 2 levels of exhaustion, still got an 18.
That's pretty
Nice.
good.
Really good.
Very nice.
Cassian got 22.
Nice. God, we're all on it.
I got a natural 20.
What's the total?
Be 18.
Josh, that was a bit much.
Yeah, Josh, what was that noise?
Really enjoying that natural 20.
I really enjoyed the natural 20. Sorry.
Yeah.
Who has still got exhaustion, by the way?
Degala, 2 levels.
Yeah, just for those at home, just as a reminder, exhaustion. Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
I have no idea. Exhaustion.
Just for those at home.
Well, it's good. I can now zoom in and be like, really, yeah.
So
exhaustion now
you need to
works
get dramatic.
Yeah, save for those dramatic moments. Yeah, exhaustion now works different than it did before. It doesn't at each level hinder you in some new way. Instead, it has a cumulative penalty in that each level gives you a penalty to any and all d20 rolls equal to twice its exhaustion value. So at exhaustion 3, you've got -6 to rolls. And it also removes 5 feet of movement for every exhaustion level you have.
Yeah,
So
That exhaustion affects your death
okay.
saving throws, doesn't it?
it does.
every d20 test roll. It says specifically d20 test.
Yeah, we
So,
did look at that, yeah.
So, everyone is now focused and perhaps a little calmer than you were when you initially set out. The omens of the previous night and the events that transpired seem a little more distant in the face of refreshing rain, warm amber light from the sun rising in the east, and the empty fields. Save for, every now and again, noticed mainly by Draenor, who's actually looking out for it, small wildlife skitting amongst the grasses, the overgrown grass, every now and again visible just as they're kind of moving, bouncing, in the case of hares, darting off. Once or twice he swears that he sees antlers of some sort cresting into view before they vanish, before his attention comes back onto the road and the horses. And the horses are doing their best to keep a lower pace. They've been traveling at a hard pace for the last few days, and it seems like every now and again they seem to start riling themselves up to go back at that pace, almost as though muscle memory is keeping in, and Draenor has to draw them back in and slow them. which in itself is probably a pleasant change for them, but it's one that they are having to remind themselves to do. What is everyone else doing during this first leg?
So, Degala will be on sort of like probably half-hourly occasions. Will be darting off ahead, using his speed to probably get sort of like maybe in about half a minute to try and get a few hundred feet above in front of the party. Do a quick scan, just do a quick scout out, and then we'll just dash back because of the pace that we're going at. He's aware that this is a classic sort of... This would be a great place for an ambush. So he's just keeping an eye out for all of that.
Run ahead and then wait for us to catch up.
Oh no, he'll run back.
Okay.
Like a dog.
Yes.
He's exhausted, isn't he?
Yeah, he's exhausted, but he can still run 35 foot just on his movement. So, you know, he can cover quite comfortably with a dash. 35, 80, no, 35, 70, 105 in 6 seconds.
Still within Eldritch Blast range.
You shit. You wouldn't do that in front of a horse.
Yeah.
I was going to say, he's still in
as you
horse range.
As you were moving off Gala, you and Draenor perhaps noticed the same thing. Just because he is specifically looking for this kind of thing, and because you go off far enough ahead that you actually managed to spy it. One is that a black bird of some sort is circling overhead, over where your wagon is in a wider circle, before going into a smaller circle and watching directly over where you are. Draenor notes it when it comes within the area of where the wagon is, although it's high up enough where it's hard to make out much details about it, or even its size, because it could be quite large and just be a very good large distance away, or it could be closer and just be quite small. Either way, it's one of the few birds in the sky at that height. There are others that are closer towards the ground, perhaps focusing on getting the worms and the other kind of bugs that are littering this long grassy fields. But this one is circling, and its attention isn't so much on feeding in the early hours, it is on the group.
Okay.
And then, when your attention goes on it, it starts drifting westward.
Westward. So towards Neredaeth then.
Potentially. West is big.
Yeah.
It's going
okay.
towards the mountain.
Mountains. So, with noticing this, and I'm like, oh, can anyone else see that raven up there?
Did anybody see bird?
I saw many a bird, but there's a particular raven I can see.
Yes, it fly above us. Kind of look. Did you look at it?
Degala, most birds fly above us.
Yeah, I was going to say birds just fly. What is...
Excellent observation.
I'm going to go back. And he just leaves and does another run.
Yeah, and when he runs off, I'll shit out a bird. I'll cast wild. I use one of my wild shapes to summon a wild companion. It's kind of like Find Familiar. So he can make a fey-like owl manifest, and it'll kind of come out from inside of the wagon and sort of sit on the perch next to him. And I imagine it's quite a small owl with quite pearlescent, and it's got the big owl eyebrows, and it sort of twists its head around to look around, and I'll just kind of whisper to it, and it'll take off into the sky to go and investigate this dark bird above.
Okay.
I have,
do a...
Yeah, go ahead.
Go on.
I have
Go on.
Telepathic communication within 100 feet, and as a bonus action, I can switch to look through its eyes and ears, and gain any of its special senses. So, yeah, I'll just let it sort of fly off at first.
Okay. So the bird takes off, cresting off towards the west after in the same direction that this black bird had gone. Degala continues running off west, and ahead focused as he is and tired as he is not as quick to note or notice as Cassian and Val. Movement towards the valley that you are moving towards, and I'll touch more on that in a moment. But as the bird takes off and starts soaring westwards, climbing higher with each beat of its wings, the bird that it's angling towards slows a measure. Are you looking through its eyes, or are you just watching it go?
When I see it sort of heading closer, and it's only for 100 feet or so. So if it goes past 100 feet, I won't be able to tap into it. But as it gets towards that 100 feet threshold, I will, just have a quick scan through its senses to see what I can see.
Okay, do another perception roll for me.
Yep. And let me grab the one for my roll.
Obviously, use the bird's perception.
Yep, that's what I'm just looking at now.
In regards to this as well, Ty, because obviously they would mention the bird and probably, I imagine, just mentioned it and pointed it out. Because Val's head is kind of on a swivel anyway because of all the paranoia. Is this something that he would be familiar with in terms of something that the huntress can do from the Forgotten? As in, use animals to track?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Okay. So that's kind of got his attention a little bit, and noting that they said it was circling us and then has just kind of flown off. That's kind of where his head's
When it
at.
was circling and before it moved off, just as Draenog's bird was taken off.
Yeah.
It was within a range you believe that you could have taken an attack against it if you wanted to.
Depends how quickly I would have noted it. I probably, as soon as they were saying, I would have looked, but...
Yeah, normally I won't retroactively do, but given that I kind of said, it was circling and then it moved off without giving people a chance to kind of react, if that is what you would have done, you can certainly make a roll.
Probably is, to be honest. He probably would have, because he's paranoid at the minute. Yeah.
Anyone that... What is the range of your Eldritch Blast?
180 feet because of Spell Sniper.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
If anyone has over 160 feet that they can hit. No? Okay.
No.
Roll the sharp bow, I can.
It's up to you.
So, because I'm also now level 5, it's 2 Eldritch Blasts, but the first one is a 25 to hit. Because I rolled a 19.
This bird implodes.
Yeah, it might just be a normal bird, but hey-o. Let me just roll damage. 2 seconds. Sorry, Dean, I know this might fuck up your whole thing.
No, you're just going to piss off Draenor by randomly shooting at birds. And he's like, you're evil!
That is... that's crap damage, to be fair, though. There is 3, 4, 5, 7 force damage.
So what was the total damage?
7.
Okay, bear with me.
I do get another
agonizing
blast as well. Yeah. That's with the agonizing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 on the damage dice. Shit.
I swear to God, you were just going to get bonked over the head with a staff at this moment.
That's fine. Because if this is what I think it is, it's probably good that we're going to shoot it down.
It's about
Watch now,
time that Val got a bonk.
Yeah,
now
Val's
it's just
got a bonk.
a druid from Draenog's circle.
It might actually be. It could be. Well, we'll find out. Yeah, just like another gnome starts falling out the sky. Oh, shit.
Yeah, someone from a druid party. Yeah, the druid circle. We turn into animals. We can fly at high levels.
I don't know. I've not seen
Serves
you do
him
it.
right for spying.
Yeah, does serve him right.
I do have another shot as well. If this isn't good. Just saying.
Don't you shoot 2 at once now?
I think you have to roll separate attacks. Let me just double check.
They are separate attacks, but I imagine
But
it's
it's cast at the same time.
Oh, okay. So,
So it's cast at the same attack.
oh yes,
So-
because I can direct it at 2 different targets. All right. Well, I'll roll damage for the second one.
It's not one that you do one and then choose to do the other one.
Yeah.
It is a blast.
That is 11 force damage for the second.
So 18 total.
So 17.
17 total.
No, sorry, 18. Yes, it was 18. Apologies.
18
yeah.
total.
18 force damage in total.
Maths is hard.
The
Yeah.
blasts, which are what color now?
Like black. They're like a very sickly black color. It's almost like they trail as the blast fires off. It's almost leaving behind like like ink when you kind of just splash it on a page. It kind of flickers backwards like that as the blast goes out of his hand.
They roll over one another like guidance missiles as they crest through the air towards this bird as it starts going off, and then they strike it suddenly. And although there is a eruption of feather and liquid that is probably blood, although at this distance it just looks like a splattering, what comes out of this plume of damage, the bird continues to go at a speed off towards the west.
Ooh.
At which point Draenog's bird would have taken off, going off towards it. And if you are looking through its eyes, Draenog, you can see, roll a... Actually, no, you wouldn't need to.
I rolled a perception before, but the owls get keen hearing and sight, so it's advantage, so it would have been a 22.
Okay. As you get towards the threshold, just as this, you begin losing connection with it, you notice a telltale discoloration in the foot of this bird. And it's only through that you recognize that this is the same coloration which is on a member of your circle.
Yeah, okay.
At that point, your connection breaks and the bird takes off its speed.
Oh,
Can
we're gonna
I
have druids on us.
cast Thorn Whip?
Thorn Whip!
Thorn Whip.
Truly beautiful. Deserved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's...
Val's just like looking behind him at the open space, being like, "Who the fuck shot that? What the? That's
Is it
so
attack roll?
crazy." Oops.
Are you doing that to Val?
Yes.
Yeah, it's deserved.
Okay.
It was a nat 1. Plus 7, so he just kind of, he reaches his staff up and he, strikes it towards Val, going, Val! And
What?
the whip just goes flying past, in his anger, he's, blinded with fury, just whips past him.
What? Why are you attacking me, Draenor? What?
Why are you attacking the birds?
It was obviously suspicious. It's something that somebody from the Forgotten used to do. I thought they were spying on us. Why? What is it?
I'll have you know that bird has markings that indicate it's someone from my circle. And he points to the mountains. My circle is just there, just beyond those hills.
Ah,
Well, you could have told us that.
I told you with and he starts slipping into
This one's on
Gnomish.
you.
that's fine. That's not Gnomish.
Yeah, and so he's just like swearing, and he's just like, he's in that moment where he's going back to his, his mother tongue, and he's switching between Common and Gnomish.
Yeah.
So I'd been like, I told you, I told all of you, we're going. It's just over there. You said you wanted the wheel fixed. They might be able to fix it. They're just over there. I could have spoke to this bird.
Draenor, I'm sorry. I didn't realize we were that close to your circle. I didn't think it would be one of them. I thought we were being... Obviously, we were being spied on, but hopefully not for nefarious intentions. But I'm sorry. I'll wait next time. I'll wait for you to check stuff out first before I start shooting. I'm a bit paranoid. I apologize.
And I don't think he has any particular insults for Asimir, so he's just throwing out like human insults and calling him a stupid tall animal, and he's sick of his lot just marching around knowing acting like they know what they're doing.
As you guys are shouting,
Stupid
each other,
barbarians and all of that. But, yeah, a filthy tree tropper.
Tree chopper.
Yeah.
as you guys shouting at each other, I stroke Horse's neck and go, "You see what I have to deal with?"
Poor
dear.
horse.
I'm surrounded by imbeciles.
Spell imbeciles.
Riding. So before all this takes place, you've been riding for a while with those mountains now looming. As the argument persists and the horse is basically given an induction to the group and the dynamics that follow from Philip, who is a master of this, you crest up onto one of the rises in this on the undulations on this road, with the hooves kind of clawing away at the muck and the grime of this now slick pathway. The horses climb up higher, and it's as De Gala has started to speed off down this slope, having to steady himself as he starts to slip a bit further down.
Mm-hmm.
He comes to a stop when he notes that in this valley, which is now far larger than it looked at a distance, whilst in itself looks quite beatific in terms of its appearance, it is otherwise open and still, save for a small group which is moving from the west to the east. And watching at this distance, it looks to be 3 figures on horseback. Pause there for the break.
Oh, is this your lot, Cal? Oh, shit. Okay, cool. We'll take a break.
So, we'll return at 5 past and resume from here.
Oh, God.
And pick up at that point.
All right, brilliant. We'll be back in just a minute, guys. Thank you very much. We'll see you then.
Yeah, 5 past.
Bye-bye.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us again. Apologies for a bit of the later return. Just had to sort some stuff out on our side of things. So once we have Ryan back, we can jump into things. But however, hopefully everyone's got a few ideas of what they're going to do next.
Shoot more blasts at random birds.
Leo thought he was listening to just pure Viking ambience. I love the Viking trap that we use for the break. It's like really deep, like.
Where can they find the music, Josh?
That is an outstanding question, Callum. All of our music, except for the intro song that you heard at the beginning, are from a creator called Alexander Nakarada. They're an excellent artist who also provided all of the sci-fi music that we used for our Farsight discussion as well. I did do the vocal work on that one, Leo. That's very true. I did the Viking vocal track. But Alexander Nakarada, he's a brilliant artist. He's given us permission to use any of his material, and we make sure that we credit him everywhere that we use him. He's available on Spotify as well, and I believe it should be up if you search for Perils and Possibilities on Spotify. I think our playlist comes up of all the music that we use. It should. I'm pretty sure I set that up at some point. It should do at the very least. But Alexander Nakarada is an incredible artist, does some really, really lovely work, and we just use and abuse all of his work with his permission. So yeah, he's really, really good. Really good is Alexander. I'd highly recommend you to go and listen to him. Highly.
Yes. Very, very, very good stuff.
Yeah,
so
he's got hundreds of tracks.
Yeah. I've not managed to listen to all of these sci-fi ones. I still need to.
They're good. There's quite a lot of like dubstep in there, which I'm not adverse to every now and again. But oh, hello. I spot somebody. Ladies and gentlemen,
Here comes
returning to
Philip.
their seat. Philip! He's on mute. Right.
I'm here.
Yay! Right, in that case, guys, I believe we're all back.
Okay. So up on this rise overlooking the Western Passage, you see 3 figures approaching on horseback. They are at a considerable distance. So the only thing that suggests or indicates to those with less enhanced vision that these are indeed people on horseback is the speed at which they seem to move. As they draw a little closer, it is slowly revealed to you different details of what they look like. Two of which appear to be dressed in some sort of armor,
Okay.
as is suggested by the way that the light glints off of it.
Mm-hmm.
But there is another figure riding among them. You're not yet close enough to where you can see the details of this figure.
Okay. Right. So if they're on
What is
horseback.
everyone doing? As it is at the moment, you are on the same road.
Okay. And how
Just
far
at a
ahead
distance.
of everybody am I? Because I dashed ahead to see this.
Up to 2 lots of your movement.
Okay. I'm going to book it back in that case. Full movement, action dash, bonus action dash, and try and get back to the group with slightly more urgency in his eyes than he had been previously. So he's just going to power back to the group with those 2 turns. Not shouting,
Okay.
though.
Look, guys, he's seen another bird.
I can't believe you, Val. Seriously.
I'm so sorry. Why were they spying on us? Like, why? Seriously, that's very.
Why would you just shoot a bird?
Because it was obviously acting weirdly, and like I said, it's what one of the people from my old group used to do. They used to use that to track us or to track people.
Could have been very tasty
Can you please
as well.
release me from this headlock, Draenok? Please, it's very uncomfortable.
This is why he's leaning over the side of the wagon. And he just kind of pushes him.
Draenok, you got some good triceps.
Thank you.
Guys, there's people coming on horseback. 2 of them with armor, 1 of them not sure. But they're coming quite quickly in our direction.
Oh no,
we should-
people walking on the road.
Wow.
Whatever will we do?
Maybe we should warn them
That's an
about
odd place to
Beltran.
come.
Well, we could warn them about Beldorin. It's true. I just wanted to tell you. You know, we've not really
Okay.
seen anyone yet.
Do they have any birds with them?
Birds?
Yeah.
What, like
We
one
know
you
if there's
shot?
any- Yes.
Did
Any
they see?
suspicious birds?
Did they see the Eldritch Blastness?
I don't
They
know.
might have.
They were quite a ways. Look, they are getting close quite quickly. So,
Okay.
just a
Well,
heads up.
let's
More
just-
than anything, we can all be
let's-
together.
Let's act normal. Act like we're just travelers. I'll just go and sit in the back, I guess,
Oh.
because I don't look like a
Oh.
traveler.
Do you know they're bad?
I don't know they're bad.
Degala, why don't you get in the back of the wagon, and I'll hop
Just-
in the back of the wagon. And
Why
the
am I
mouse,
getting him back?
because you don't look human. And Cassian and Philip, the human and the dwarf, people who have been fighting for the.
If,
Right, you don't have to keep
Ostian-
explaining. Get them back with me.
Okay.
Come on then.
if
I know.
anything, Degala, you're the most hideous of the group, so it only makes sense that you'd go in the back.
Yeah.
His ears
You-
visible at this point in time. Or
You
got
really
given
got
up?
hit. You really got hit by the ugly stick when you were born.
I don't know why I travel with you. I hate you all. And he'll slip
Oh,
in.
I know why you travel with us. Because we are all incriminated in the same crime.
Correct. He gets into the car.
Val will get in the back as well.
Still out front.
I'm getting in the back.
Oh, who's driving the
So
wagon?
it's Cassian and Philip.
Yeah, I'll take up the reins.
And I'll ride on the horse.
Okay. Okay. It takes a few minutes, but by the time your Grey and Brown continue moving you down the road, you have a full, unhindered view of this valley that is off in the distance. Quite a generous U-shaped valley that crests between these 2 mountains. And open as it is, you can see on the mud pathway leading back towards you these 3 riding. And as they near closer and closer, approaching your wagon, 2 of them, as I mentioned, armored. Now that they are approaching, Philip immediately spies armor belonging to armored forces. Similar armor to what is worn out into the west. The standard that they carry across the front of the pauldron, as they near, has a mark of an IX, so a 9. Fully armored, carrying weapons and urging the horses on at speed. These two approach, and then it's clear when one of them notes the wagon off in the distance, because they gesture and then lean across the horse as it gallops to whisper something to their armored duplicate on the far end of this 3-person column. The person in the middle does not seem to move nor look at your wagon. As they are, the details start becoming more apparent to you. This individual is larger than the two going with them. But even at a distance, the discoloration of the skin is evident. Instead of having a pale hue or a dark hue, as is common for humans in this realm, the skin color is instead teal. The figure is adorned not in armor, but in a leather coat with a cross-shaped bandolier across the chest that is filled with vials. And atop their head sits a tri-corned hat.
Oh, God.
Riding at pace, the figure's only suggested gear with them that is outwardly visible is a very long, very sharp, very ornate-looking polearm. And this figure, as they ride, turns the head very slightly, noting the wagon. And when they get close enough, you spy that there is an ornate, symmetrical pattern across their face. At a distance, it looks like a slightly colored tattooed pattern, but only when they start coming up the hillside and become level with the wagon do you note that they are in fact bumped studs in the skin. And as they ride up, the figure slows the pace and the guards slow to match as his eyes rake over the people at the front of the wagon, Cassian and Philip. His eyes drop and linger for an uncomfortably long time on the horse Philip is on.
Don't you touch horse.
And then move back towards the damage on the wagon. As the guard looks over towards him, it looks as though this middle figure is about to say, or potentially turn the horse towards the wagon. But one of the guards furthest away from you leans in and says, "We'd best be about it. We're running on time." The figure dips the tricorn hat, dips it towards your group, whilst eyes are still lingering on the damage done to your wagon, and spurs the horse on, and they take off past your group. One thing that you do note, Cassian, because your perception roll was ridiculous, is that in this figure's hands, where he's holding the rein, there is a folded leaf of paper, which is a sealed envelope that has a wax seal which has been broken. And in the brief second before the horse takes off, you notice the insignia and you realize that you have seen it before. It is a house sigil and a coat of arms spliced in the middle. The coat of arms is for the wolf, which you'd recognize anywhere. And the house sigil is house sigil you only recognize because you've not too long ago seen a plastering of posters across the capital with it on. It is the house sigil of the Tribune of the Wolf, for House Valentine.
Oh no.
You see it in that briefest of moments, the stamp upon the envelope, before that figure with the studded face guides these others on. But long after he parts ways, you can't help but feel as though his eyes are still on your group. The rain continues to pour. Everyone do me a favor.
Yeah.
That's in the back of the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Roll stealth for me.
Ah, fuck! I didn't even think about that. Could have done a pass without a trace. Stealth.
It's 11 for Val.
Straight roll because it's +4, so -4. Straight roll. 19. Whew.
Don't forget, Philip would have disadvantage running because of his heavy armor.
Phillips
He's up front.
up front.
Oh yeah, he's on the horse. An 8. I think Draenog's just kind of like, you know, he's got into the back of the wagon with him, and then he's like sort of looking at Val every now and again, and he's conflicted because he was furious at Val. Then he's kind of like, you know what, he's just made a mistake. I should help him and guide him. And now he's furious at Val, and every time he looks at him to say something, he just kind of, because of the visage of Val at the moment, he's just kind of repulsed, and so he's shifting around comfortably in the back of the wagon, and there's a bunch of firewood, and you know, he's just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
There is no more firewood, by the way.
Okay.
The firewood is what became Philip.
Okay.
Well, he's looking at, he's just moving around a bit, and he's just really, you can tell he's annoyed. You can tell
And
he's
Galler's
really
just staring daggers at him like, stop moving, stop moving.
Your total, Degal, does that account for the penalty as well?
It does. Yeah, I've got a +4 to stealth, and I rolled a 19, so nailed it.
Okay. Though the sounds of the hooves don't slow, Degala, on the very edge of your hearing,
Yeah.
you hear in a muffled voice words being exchanged. Short words, a blunt instruction or a blunt exchange,
Mm-hmm.
but then the continued galloping of hooves.
Do I hear what those words are?
No.
Okay.
It is... It's not so much that you don't know the words,
Mm-hmm.
or rather you don't hear the words, it's rather that it is clearly code.
Okay. So, Degala, thinking about that, will just kind of very quietly whisper to Val and Draenog, stay perfectly still. We're not out of the clearing yet. And he'll just kind of... He's going to prep himself by the back in case anybody comes to inspect where the door is, and effectively hold one hand up against like the edge of the cart, both legs planted behind him, ready to effectively leap out if anybody opens the door.
Draenog will just have like a weird kind of frown on his face, like, of course we're not out of the clearing, we've only just entered the clearing, what is he on about?
For fuck's sake. Also, I must
love how
ask,
little-
on behalf of the chat, James, is one of your lovely cats about? You're muted, I think.
I didn't realise she was coming through my mic. Sorry.
No apologies. I think they're enjoying it.
It was a really tense moment, and then all I could hear just softly in the background was.
she just likes to yell.
Sorry, go on, Titus.
Draenog whining to himself.
How long are you willing to hold this position, Degala?
Oh, he'll hold it for up to 5 minutes.
Okay. The full 5 minutes passes.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happens. The sound of the hooves recede into the distance, and the wagon rolls on. Awkwardly, you can hear a more severe groaning now that there's people in it. But the riders have not turned about. Whatever words exchanged, whatever they thought they heard or saw or did hear or see, it didn't stop them in whatever matters were taking them east.
I'll just shout up to the guys up top, to Cassian and Philip. Are there any birds?
Birds? Go running out.
Are there any
there's,
birds?
there's no birds. It's just us men.
I was waiting for somebody to. Yeah.
It's also really, not nice of you to refer to women like that.
For crying
Yeah,
out
well,
loud.
It's very sexist, if anything. You should really sort yourself out.
I will have you know that
Honestly,
I only...
it's just
this-
elves.
Oh, shouting through. I will have you know that I only ever refer to my mother by her given name as Dur. Okay?
Your mum's
Never-
name's Dor.
Dur.
Dor?
Dur.
Dor?
Dur.
This
Yeah,
probably
we're saying
continues
this.
for a while.
We're saying the same thing. I don't understand what's wrong with you.
There's an emphasis on the ur.
Yeah, Dor.
Oh.
Like kitchen
creeps.
Dor.
The time creeps by, and the sun rises higher off into the east. But now that you have entered into the valley between these two mountains, you are truly beholden to the sheer size of them. And again reminded that these are vast mountains. You can only imagine the sheer size and scale of the world's spine mountains, which are much larger and further west. The only one of you that would have had a real kind of understanding of the difference between them is Philip, who, having fought out in the west, would have been there with the Wolf of Elysium when they were fighting for control of those mountains. And it's here now, in the shadow of the scale of these, you can start to imagine the difficulty of trying to control such a vast, untamable natural monument using men who are unaccustomed to such. But here, you become very, very well aware of the fact that one, sound travels in this valley. Two, there is wildlife off in the distance, for those that are capable of seeing such, and by that I mean one of you that always has a ridiculous passive. You can even see goats and similar that are on the lower edges of where the mountains are. There are numerous birds here, and given that the attention that has been recently drawn on them has made you hyper aware of their positions, it's uncomfortable just how many there are in this valley. What would normally be a normal amount now seems a ridiculous sum. And you can't help but note, or at least in your mind's eye note, just how many of them like to fly overhead when your wagon is rolling on underneath.
Do any of them get within 30 feet of me?
Actually, no, they're all soaring overhead. You do get some which are across where the edges of the road are, like with a small field mouse kind of just scampering over the top of where the stone dividers are between the road and the greenery. And you've got little field mice going there. There are birds that kind of hop along now and again, both relishing the dampness of the air and the rainfall, and paying attention to the ground, their heads kind of twisting and turning as they turn one eye towards the ground, waiting for evidence of the stirring of the mud so they can dip in and get food. There are none hovering overhead that you note within that range, similar to the one before.
So can Draenor sort of say, I'll be back in a moment, I have an idea, and hop off the wagon, and he'll cast speak with animals, and he'll start slowly approaching, holding out, he'll use a ration or two, just kind of jingling around, be like, oh, hey there, little one, hey, and try and draw one of them close enough to cast animal friendship.
It kind of looks at you, twisting its head, looking closer, dipping its head towards your food. Hop, hop, hop. Twist, twist. Lower, higher. Hop, hop, hop. Towards the edge of where your hand is. Hops onto the end and just starts going for the food, picking it up, and then it drops, and picks it up, and then drops. And then as it starts to peck away at it, turns its head, looks at you with one eye, and then the conversational flow essentially amounts to, Yoris.
Yes, I have food for you. Would you like to be friend?
More food?
More food for friend.
Where?
And I know of more food in the woods, and I'd like to cast animal friendship to charm the bird. I've
Okay.
got some pesky spell slots I need to get rid of.
Guys,
Understand you
Draenog's
so hard.
talking to the birds again.
Oh, for goodness sake. Should we throw something at Bird? He needs to get out of this habit.
Val, I feel like you're good at this.
Go on, shoot it, Val.
I,
He's already
You
got
know-
an Eldritch Blast just conjured. Just
you know, I
waiting.
think it's getting to that point, guys, where I think we might need to put Draenog in a home.
I mean, he's getting on, we think.
He's getting on in his years. He's like, what, 40?
Maybe a little bit more, Philip.
41?
Just a little bit. Like,
41.
add maybe 200-300 years.
No, that's ridiculous.
The bird needs to make a wisdom saving throw or be charmed for 24 hours.
Draenog? Draenog?
Yes, Philip?
How old are you?
I'm in my 300s. Why?
300?
Told you.
I'm a gnome. Does it succeed? Yeah, it had to hit a 15. Yep, so it is now charmed. So the regular things were charmed, except it's, an animal. And
You've charmed me.
I've charmed the bird, not you. I always charm
That's the
Philip.
bit, that's
Dean,
the bit.
stop trying to develop the plot. We're having a side hustle here.
You've charmed me.
So I'm going to use a first level spell slot to befriend the bird, because my next bit just doesn't feel as nice unless they're, friends.
Wait, what?
What are you going to do to this bird?
I'm going to make him fly far, far away.
Oh
I'm
my
going to
God.
use one of my third level spell slots to cast Animal Messenger. So,
Oh, God.
for the next 48 hours, he's going to do a task for me. And it just feels like a bit harsh just telling him to fuck off 100 miles or
I
whatever.
really
it is.
like the idea that this charm's going to wear off in 24 hours and he's going to be like, oh, fuck that guy.
Yeah, what you're doing is you're just gaslighting it. It's just like, yes, we're friends. We're friends. Now, go.
So, a tiny beast of your choice that you can see within range, so 30 feet, must succeed on a charisma saving throw, or it has to attempt to deliver a message. Now, it's charmed, so I'm assuming it has some sort of disadvantage to resist me being,
Which is
better
good.
friends.
Okay. Yep, fails with a disadvantage.
Bird's
Um,
charismatic as fuck.
If the challenge rating isn't 0,
You've got a 19 on the first one.
that's... Ooh, okay. So I choose a specific location that I have visited and a recipient who matches a general description, such as, a person dressed in a guard uniform, a red-haired dwarf wearing a pointed hat, and I can communicate up to 25 words, and they will travel to that specific location, covering about 50 miles over 24 hours, or in this case, because I've upcasted it, 100 miles. And I just want to... And the bird, when it arrives, will deliver the message mimicking your communication. If it doesn't reach the destination before the spell ends, the message is lost and the bird returns to where you cast the spell. So I just want to send a message to the... Stop being mean to the bird. I'm not. I'm just going to send the bird off to the circle to apologize for shooting, and that I have a damaged wagon, and it's 25 words. And Draenor, of course, didn't think about this beforehand, so his thoughts are going to be Draenor of Clan Briarheart. Fuck, I've already used a lot there just to introduce myself. I am approaching from the mountain pass. Shit, that's a lot already. That's 11.
It's 11.
In a damaged wagon. Trade magic mushrooms for... No, not magic mushrooms, because that'd be... For us, that means something, but in that world, it's weird.
That's well over 25.
That was...
Trade
Oh, we're
trade
all
what?
open,
Go
don't
for
we?
trade.
Yeah.
We're at 11, yeah. So
17.
we're at 17 for what?
Yeah, you trade mushrooms for...
For repair. Sorry for idiot.
4 left.
For left. Sorry for
Not
idiot.
the dwarf.
Sorry for idiot shooting at innocent bird.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good.
You watch this one will take off, and then Val will poke his head out and go bird and shoot this one down instead.
And the
Please.
person I direct it to is going to be. It won't be Afon. It'll be one of the people that he knows is kind of on, like one of the like the farmers that we have. Someone who works the crop road, like the crops, or searches for. You know, there'll be a general storage area, won't there, where they keep a lot of dried goods and things like that. It'll be one of those people.
Okay. All right. The bird, looking at you, dips its head, takes a bit more of the food, and then beats its wings, and then takes off.
Okay. And then Draenor will come back, practically skipping, very happy with himself. And he'll be like, hey, so, I spoke with a bird, and they're going to go see my friends, and hopefully we'll be able to get someone to repair the wagon in exchange for some of my mushrooms. And I've kind of let them know ahead of time that you guys are idiots. And he'll just hop back into the wagon.
Philip, I think you might be right.
Yeah, he's definitely gone senile.
Yes, none of that made any sense. Talk to a bird, trade the mushrooms.
Wagon? What the hell does that mean?
Why do we have to lose the mushrooms?
We need to make trade. Like I said, we've got gold, but that's pointless.
We got all of Gwyn's stuff, and he's fucked off.
We can sell Gwyn's things.
Let's not do that.
Okay.
I mean, it would
could
fetch
do.
a pretty price.
I mean,
Yeah.
Gwyn will be in the next town, won't he? He knows where we're going.
And I'm sure Gwyn, who transforms when he gets angry, would not be angry if we sold his family heirloom sword.
Exactly.
Or the brand new armor that he had
Brand
specifically
new
altered.
armor.
Oh,
Or
did anyone
any
pick that up?
other-
I didn't.
Or
I picked
any
up
other
his stuff.
possessions within his backpack that he holds near and dear to his heart.
I
Has
know he
anyone
likes
been
to
through
help.
it, by the way? There might be some important
Let's
information
go
in
through Gwyn's things. I love looting. Oh, I've not been able to loot for so many years. They banned it after we raided that town, and it was all over the news. That was a good day. A lot of people died. A lot of houses got burned down. But
After
God,
that one
did-
segment in the tapestry,
yeah,
showing people
God,
looting, they were like, "Oh, we need to ban this."
God, did we get a lot of gold and booze?
Booze?
Booze.
Is that
Yes,
what you
I
got
could
from looting? Is
do.
You get anything. You take anything. I could take the bricks from your house if I wanted to.
Why would you want to take break from
It's
house?
the law, is it? It's called Luther's prerogative.
Luther's prerogative.
Yeah, you take whatever. It says Luther's prerogative. If you win, take whatever the fuck you want.
This seems like a good,
Yeah.
life way to live.
It was decided in the Supreme Court case, Joe v. Stephen.
Ah, yes, I'm very familiar with Joe v.
Yeah.
Stephen. Yes,
I mean, that's basically what they did to the elves.
exactly.
took
We could
their
live
whole-
there.
Joe was the elf,
Yes,
and we all laughed at him and took
and
his stuff.
Stephen
and
looted his things.
Yeah, see, good guy. I knew him.
As he had the right to, as was
If
proven.
he had the right to, as is proven by Joe v. Stevens.
Now, was it the right because he was an elf, or was it right because of Luther's prerogative?
A bit of both. It
Bit of
was
both.
mainly Lucas' prerogative, but because he was an elf, the judge deemed it funny.
I see. Right, okay. So classic discrimination against my kind.
No,
Yes, when they looted a human wagon, that's when the law changed.
Right, okay.
and then we were like, no, you guys can't do that. We can do it. That was
No.
our joke first.
Out of curiosity for those in the chat, based on this conversation, what alignment do you think the party is?
Also,
I befriended a bird.
I have a follow-up
What
question
alignment
for the
do you
group. What alignment are we?
But I forced an animal into friendship, okay?
You
There's-
forced the
there's
animal to
nothing-
friendship.
There's nothing in the rules that says I can't use enchantment magic to make friends, and then I use them.
I mean, Bonnie thinks chaotic, which I think is a
my
fair
my only viable skill is bludgeoning people to death with my knuckles. That is
Nice.
Philip's only skill. And
Nice.
horse.
Yeah, and horsing.
I've already decided how I'm going to weaponize horse. That's not
Just 4 more fists with the hoops.
You know, when Wizards of the Coast made this game, they're like, "Oh, we'll give the paladin a utility spell of Fine Steed. It's a weapon if you can think hard enough." Anything is a weapon if you can think hard enough about it.
I mean, Dagala's key skill is snapping necks and running away quickly. That's what he does.
Yep. I'm pretty sure at no point in the Fine Steed spell it does. Yes, it says nothing about that. I cannot cast that horse to appear inside someone's occupied space.
I we were just going to say inside someone.
Same thing. The big bad's going to be stood there, and I'm going to summon a horse inside his esophagus. You're going to see him
I don't see that.
Titus, you have
Anyway.
to. If I roll 3 natural 20s in a row, you have to let me have it.
I don't want that to happen to us, though.
No. If I'm allowed to do it, Titus can do it to us.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's a fair trade-off.
Find familiar, boom, badger.
Badger inside.
Anyway,
Titus looks lost.
We have been moving as we've been having this conversation.
Yes, in the open.
that's all right.
by the way.
I'm working on the assumption these are conversations happening
Yeah.
with your group.
Yeah.
And the valley continues to stretch on. But vast though it is, in the far distance, speckled off on the horizon, you can see what looks to be very small outlines of a forest. One that is, even though he's not come from this way, familiar to Drainog. But even from this distance, these trees look large. The countryside that you have seen so far has been speckled with trees, as you understand them. These are trees, much larger. And the further you ride, the further you move from this valley, your attention is drawn away from the gargantuan sizes of these mountains towards your north and south, towards, in the distance, the tree lines. And further north, on the other end of the valley, you can see the bubbling ends of the river, which runs out and northwards, leading towards the ocean. It's of considerable size, not to the size of the rivers that run through Ostia, and that you know will also likely run through Neredaeth, but it is still large. It's still teeming with life, and still very much in motion. And these points of nature kind of draw your gaze in as much as the mountains. And your wagon continues to roll on with that loud, uncomfortable groaning of wood as the wagon fights to maintain upright without pitching to one side. It's clear it is not got much longer to go. Now, I'm assuming you're going to break off the path at some point and head towards the woods.
Yeah,
Who's
at what
driving?
time would it be, roughly?
Around this time,
Yeah.
it's starting to get towards late afternoon. You have been riding for a while, although we've kind of summarized it so far.
It's still raining.
But by the it's still
Is it
raining.
Cool.
By the time you'll reach the threshold of the woods, it will be one day from when you took off.
Okay. Well,
You'll get there after the sun's vanished behind the mountains to the west.
so there is one problem that we have. We've been riding on roads. Like, Draenor has been on there. We've all been walking. Sorry, Cassian. And, you know, it's pure road. But if we go towards this forest, we're going to be pushing through mud. Is that going to really mess up the wheel?
I imagine there's a pathway of sorts, right? It's not just going to be traversing just through the forest, right? Draenor, I assume there's a path of some kind.
Why would we have paths?
Oh, shit.
We just you have the paths that are set by the animals. You know, the runs that the deer take. It'd be good if we could head down the road and then maybe set up at the side of the road. I'm not sure how well the wheel will do in the. And he just kind of looks over at the thickets and everything.
So let me get this straight. You said to us, we're going to go down the road, and then we're going to go into the forest, and we're going to meet your mates who's going to fix our wagon.
Mhm.
Knowing full well we couldn't take the wagon into the forest.
I suggested to go back to Beldrin.
That was also a bad idea.
That was terrible.
That was worse than this
Don't
one.
have a death wish.
Well, how far into the forest is your circle, Draenor? If we were to leave the wagon slightly, you know, the entrance of the forest.
Yeah,
There will be a look of horror in his face as he looks at this grotesque being asking him where his circle is in the woods, and he won't even justify. He won't even think of answering that question.
Oh.
It's just you just see this like.
Yeah, is it like a service station? Do we just pull in?
Yeah.
Well, I sent the bird off to send a message. So the idea would be we find somewhere we can
Wait.
set up camp for maybe a few hours or days, and you know, someone will hopefully
Or
come to help us.
days.
I ain't got days.
Well, that's if the bird finds the person.
If
Do they have like a valet service? Could
Oh,
somebody come and pick up the cart for us?
The bird just doesn't, you know, magically know where this person is. I had to tell them where the person would be, and if the person isn't there, they'll hang around for a little while, and hopefully that person in particular will be there.
So,
If not, then there's just going to be a bird sat in the druid circle, and no one's going to be too fussed.
look, I'm not gonna lie, I might be a fucking moron, but this seems like a highly inefficient form of messaging service.
I think he's
Yes.
What do you mean, yes? It's your messaging service.
right. Right.
Can you not hire couriers?
What do you mean?
Well, I can't hire a courier to go into a hidden grove within the woods.
But you
The
won't
grove
take
is
us
hidden.
there. You won't take us there. You're going to go on your own. Is that what the plan is?
No, I said I'll wait here with you.
Wait,
But
the
we don't know
grove is
if anyone
hidden.
will.
I thought it was like a
let-
little town.
Let me get this straight.
Please.
We're not going to an orgy.
No.
Because that's what I signed up for.
Orgy
No.
is such a crude word. It's a fertility ritual.
Yes,
Cassian,
whatever.
I think you've
Fertility
misheard.
ritual. Take
We're
me
not
back.
going. Cassian, you've misheard. We're not going to an orgy. He said we're going to an orchard.
Oh.
You misheard.
Can we at least make cider then?
Right, we can take
Yeah,
the
alright.
wagon into the woods. However, I'm not sure if the wagon will break or not. We could leave the wagon here and go into the woods
With
but
all
then
of our
we
stuff.
Well, exactly. So, do you want to risk driving the wagon into the woods? Trust me, we will be approached before we get to the circle.
Oh yeah,
That's-
how about this? How about this? Some of us stay with the wagon,
Right.
and one of us accompanies Draenor to the circle.
And no one shoots any birds in the meantime in case they are one of the people of the circle.
My
Like the last
suggestion,
one was.
my
Okay.
suggestion would be we either send someone who's very good at fighting and has a beard,
Right.
I mean, those are good
or we
qualifiers.
send someone who is very fast and is a stupid little elf.
I think that means you, Degala.
I think it might do. Yes.
Wait, Cassian's not an elf?
No, Cassian is human.
Oh, fuck.
No, I'm just messing with you, Cassian. I'm just messing with you. You I know you're ugly anyway.
Well, I probably wouldn't be the best to go to the circle, so I'll happily wait with the wagon.
I mean,
Yeah.
will Draenor even let you go?
But that's my point, exactly.
Yeah.
So before he tells me off, I'm volunteering to stay behind.
Just
Well-
before we all split up and everything, there's a lot of nature around here, and isn't nature quite dangerous? Do we really want to be splitting up?
As long as you don't touch it.
Yeah, just treat the
Right,
bears
but
with
what if it
respect.
tries to touch me?
Let it.
Stab it.
If the wolves try and
Kiss
sniff you, just be very friendly with them and give them your
Slit
food.
their throats, got it.
So, just to also be clear, Draenog, it's just birds I'm not allowed to shoot. Any other animals that may seem dangerous, I have free rein.
I think that's
No,
fair.
you can't shoot any animals.
But what
Even
if it
they're
attacks
going to be
him?
attacking? Yeah, thank you, Degala.
If they attack you first, then that's fine. But keep in mind that they have families.
But what if we want some fresh rabbit to go with our wine?
Ooh, rabbit is nice.
Well, as long as you speak to them first and give them the heads up that you are going to kill them, that's fine.
That sounds like
Just
torture.
in case that they're a druid.
How much before the stabbing do I need to speak to them? Just like a
Draw blood on you.
hey. Sorry, what?
I didn't say anything.
Okay, you just stopped mid-sentence, Cassian.
No, no, no.
Good tip.
Someone said something, right?
No.
Poaching is illegal, and more importantly than your silly human rules, it could be a druid in this particular area. Okay?
Okay. I will say, if any of you do catch a rabbit, easiest way to kill it so you're not having to use your knife is you catch it, get it by its legs, and swing it and hit it against a tree.
Ooh, that's a new one.
Jesus Christ.
I thought it was.
Wait,
That is it. In a very serious, real world matter, that is how people do it.
Really?
Mad.
Slap
That's a
against
real
a tree.
way people do it. Yeah.
Wow.
mad.
Yeah.
I thought
Well, you
I
just-
thought they wrung the necks.
You can do both. It does
Okay,
the same
cool.
thing.
Depends what
Yeah.
you're in the mood for.
Depends if you want to snap its necks or give it one last ride.
As long as the animal doesn't suffer.
let it have a go on the fucking dodgems.
Surely a knife is quicker.
Yeah. It's bloodier though,
It-
because it'll squirm around. You might miss and hit the meat instead of somewhere vital.
Draenog, if one of your people are in animal form, do they have any mark or something that we can identify them, or do they literally just look like the regular animal?
Of course, they'd look like the regular animal, but they'll also have their own distinct markings. All
They'll
of
probably
them
have
do.
staff as well.
That's yeah. If there's a rabbit running with a stick, it's probably a druid.
Right.
Or
But
they're
if it's a
building a-
dog, if it's a dog running with a stick, that could
Just
just be a regular dog.
Yeah, then
Right.
it gets tricky.
So are we
Yeah.
taking the wagon into the woods or not?
No.
Just up to the woods.
Okay.
Yeah, to the edge
Oh,
of the
look.
woods. We can
Look,
set
right
up-
there, a convenient lay-by.
Is that the phone box as well? To call for assistance.
It's also a little chef.
Around
on
this
it.
time,
Sorry,
around
that-
this time,
a
the
sign of
sun
it.
has begun to set in the west, and the
Sorry,
road is
sorry.
starting to bring you at the point between the river and the woods. Now that you are closer, you would swear that these trees, although they're far enough away where you can't get that true size, have to be over 200 feet.
Jesus Christ.
200 feet.
Are thick,
200 feet.
sturdy, gargantuan trees, and this is still at a distance and in the dark. Who has any light sources going?
We still have the lanterns, I believe.
Yeah, I imagine we'll set one up.
And I can see pretty far.
Where are the lanterns?
On the front of the carriage, right? Yeah, the
Yeah,
two.
so yeah.
Okay, so you can see towards the tree line that there is movement. Not exaggerated, not fast movement, more like deliberate movement. At one point, at the base of one of the trees. The
Does it
tree
look-
bases themselves. Go on.
Does it look like skittering?
No.
Okay.
You think? The base of the trees, where the roots are, they themselves, the roots of these trees, are probably about the size of standard tree trunks. And they crest up and over the greenery before burrowing in. And it's atop one of these roots that this movement can be seen. The figure there is not tall, but he is broad. And he is currently sat with his body kind of semi-jerking to one side, almost as though he is striking something. And there are sparks going from where the point of contact and carrying out in the distance between you as you come off of the road and start angling the wagon precariously now, because it is starting to jiggle in the way that the wheel is starting to go further and further inwards, and it is starting to lean and pitch back towards the far end where the wheel doesn't align properly. Heading towards this figure, you can hear the sound of as he is striking something metal with something that is causing sparks.
Flint and steel.
Delanog, is this one of yours?
I thought it would have lit the fire quicker if it was.
You!
It's not a fire.
Away.
What you can see as you crest closer is a dwarf. Bare-chested, wearing hide.
Oh.
Okay.
This dwarf is sharpening an axe. And watching, and the only reason that you can tell that they're watching is because you catch the cat-like gleam of the eyes as they watch the group approach, just staring as you're approaching. Now, whilst this is an unusual sight in and of itself, Draenog recognizes this this dwarf as Brom.
Brom.
One of the individuals who helps the circle.
Yeah, so he'll throw kind of a druidic gang sign out to him.
I love it. I'd love it if you just held up like the blood sign. That'd be so good.
Yeah, and
That's Crit walking over.
he'll call out to Brom, like, Brom, it's Draenog.
He gestures with the hammer to bring you closer.
Yeah. So we'll stop the wagon, and I'll say, right, come on, guys, and I'll hop out, and I'll indicate for the others to follow me as well. Right, come on, Brom. This is the group I'm traveling with at the moment. One of them's an idiot, and I'll let you work that one out for yourself.
Oh. I notice you're a dwarf.
1
I'm
second.
also a dwarf.
I was going to be hanging back a little bit. Just say no.
Same with the
Don't
guy.
mind this guy. He's ugly.
1 second. Let me check something.
And that one's Val.
Wow, I understand now. Thank you, Philip. That's
He's also ugly.
Oh, you little bastard!
Bloody bastard.
And this one's Cassian. He's not ugly. He's kind of a bit ugly because he's a human. But he also is constantly, like popping half a chub.
Do you say this in common or are you saying it in dwarf?
Oh, I say this in common, just out loud. He's constantly randy.
This dwarf, who is, you know a few things, Drenog. Brom, who is an androgynous dwarf, does not communicate in basic. Brom knows 2 languages. Sign, largely due to the fact that Brom is missing a tongue.
Okay.
And Druidic.
Thank God he didn't understand anything Philip just said.
So Brom doesn't understand common or dwarvish at all.
No. Brom can understand common.
Okay.
They can't speak common because they don't have a tongue.
Bugger.
Yep.
Okay.
Finally, me taking one of my languages as sign language is finally going to pay off.
So, for the purpose of the sign language, because I'm not going to try and insult people by pretending to do any sort of signing, I will communicate, but no one else, unless they can speak sign language, is going to know what they're saying.
Okay.
Philip speaks sign language.
Does it?
No.
What?
No, God, no. You hear Philip?
He thinks he does.
Good to see you back.
It's good to see you, Brom. I'm sorry, one of my friends is an idiot and shot a bird. And he'll be saying this in common for the benefit of the people around me.
Oh, he's the idiot.
I'd heard. But I won't lie, it made me laugh. Tanzin is so overconfident. A few ruffled feathers won't hurt now and then.
Indeed. They were traveling quite far over the mountains. Have you heard of these pale, scary creatures from the Solitary Mountain?
They shake their head and heft the axe, which Philip, being used to kind of dwarven weaponry, would recognize that it's one of an older style of axe, which anyone hefting it that is not used to using this kind of thing would be very hard pressed to wield correctly.
Vintage.
I've not heard pale ones, but Aethon might have. I'm aware he visited you.
Yes, he did visit me, and he'll try to kind of do a hand sign for what he's seen as like a pale spirit, trained, because it's not like a formulated word that we've got for these beings, these entities, and like in the human town beyond the mountains, they are being attacked by creatures, and he'll again motion with his hands. The humans, they're greedy. They've dug too deep.
Cat eyes kind of widen and then close, and they reach towards one of the sprouts, which is coming out of this massive root, and it opens, and a plume of, I'm trying to remember the type of flower, the ones that you used to blow on as a kid, and it sends
like dandelions.
seed. Yeah. it sends forth these seeds, but for the briefest of seconds, these white seeds, before they disperse, take on a childlike but uncomfortably close approximation to what a pale one would look like based on what Drainog had described before dispersing. Like that.
Yes, indeed. Have they visited the forest?
Come closer to them. No.
Okay. They're weak to the water.
I'll let Aethon know. But with Aethon's magic protecting the woods, I'm not that concerned. Not unless the humans bring it all towards the woods again.
They were heading far down the path. I've come from Ostia, and it was about halfway that these things were. And then they were in the human town nearby as well, coming from the mountain. So I do worry they may try to come this way.
They can meet my axe if they do. But for now, it sounds as though they're pressing east, so it's not our problem.
Indeed. Have you come to help us with the wagon?
Well, Aethon invited you to join them in the woods, but Hansen is a little incensed, and you know how he gets. I
Yes.
think perhaps in lieu of sleep, will help repair your wagon. And then if they deem that they wish to come and visit, they can visit before you take off again. But you know better than to invite strangers into the circle, Drainog.
Of course. And he just kind of motions to the group. So far, they have been a good group. They have tried to do well. Of course, I wouldn't lead them into the circle.
Good question. Where is everyone behind Drainog at the moment?
Val's going to be a bit further back, probably a bit more out of the light if possible, and obviously with his cloak up and hooded.
Dagala will be leaning against the wagon, just watching everything very closely.
I've got down off horse now, and I'll be letting him graze.
I will have taken the nearest seat so I could stop walking and stop standing.
Their cat-like eyes go over the group as they're listening to Drainog.
Hello.
Linger once or twice on different people. Go on, Drainog, you were finishing.
Yeah. One of them has, as I have said, made a rather foolish arrangement and seem to be suffering the consequences. I have spoken with Athon about this. And then he'll start motioning with his hands, saying they've made a deal with a hag, and Athon agrees that I should give them guidance.
Or persuasion.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. We're going to have to kill your friend.
No. I'm sorry, mate, but if Ron decides that it's going to end a different way, I'm pretty sure he'll join in. Oh, that's a 4. I am rolling like shite today.
Inspiration, maybe, perhaps?
I've not got any. I've used them up.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Rom slides off the root and lands fairly deftly in the ground, a good 10 foot low. And with the axe across bare shoulders, steps past Drainog, eyes fixed on Val. They approach, then lift with the axe to move the hood and look underneath. And when they see the face...
I'm not letting him touch the hood. I'm going to move
You're
before
not?
No, I'm going to move before he grabs it. He goes for the hood.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna move, and he goes to reach for it. I'm just gonna move my head.
Can I
I'm
move
just
across
gonna-
and grab the axe handle as he's lifting it?
As they are.
As they're
they
lifting
are,
it,
yeah.
sorry. Yes, as they're lifting it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just
Okay.
say in comment. I imagine the whole conversation between Drainog and them have been in sign language. So we don't.
No, I've been speaking in common.
Oh, you've been speaking in common. Okay.
With little moments.
They've been speaking in sign language. I've been speaking
In
occasionally in sign language to help me explain words a little better. But then that little bit about the actual you making a deal with a hag was specifically in sign.
Yeah. I'm just going to say, as a kind of move, I'm not going to sort of fully jump back or anything. I'm just going to kind of shift my head and just say, you heard what Drainog said.
While they are still looking at you, there is a pressure in your palm, Degala,
Yeah.
as they are slowly yanking it back downwards so that the blade will cut into your hand.
Okay.
Well, this is good enough for me, guys.
We're not there.
I will try and hold on to it and try and stop it. And just, you don't want to do that. Trust me.
Philip is frothing at the mouth, guys.
Val was going to say, if it looks like Brom and Degala are kind of like gonna knock heads a little bit, Val will kind of just say to Degala, it's like, it's fine, Degala, let it go. I'll willingly take my hood off, but I don't appreciate him moving to me like that. Them moving to me like that. Sorry.
Yeah, and I think that's where Draenag will kind of step and stand next to Brahm and be like, they want to see your face.
Apologies.
I will slowly let go, but looking them dead in the eye, just like, you do not want to do this. Believe me.
You really don't. He's hideous.
Yeah, be prepared. And then Val will willingly just kind of pull his hood down.
Has Titus froze? Oh, no, it's not.
No, he's
just
observing.
staring.
Brom is very still. Brom doesn't move much. Brom has purposeful movements. And they stare. The only thing that seems to move is the fact that the cat-like eyes expand and then close. Then as one eye remains on Val, one rolls and looks towards Degala.
Mm-hmm.
And then rolls back. And then they re-shoulder their axe. And they look over at Drainog.
Yeah, and I'll be stood next to Brahm, obviously showing that I'm on Brom's side with us.
You might struggle with this one, Drainog. Convincing the circle.
I know. They're an idiot. They need guidance. I've spoken with Afon, and I too was frustrated and angry at the decisions my friend has made, but Afon, Afon. I agree with him. I agree that this one can still be taken care of, be guided.
That's what Afon said.
Yes. I wouldn't have
even
brought. I wouldn't have brought them here otherwise. If I didn't feel like I could at least trust them to be within the forest, not the circle itself.
Lifts the hands with the axe. and rest the axe behind the neck, holding it on both sides. Looking again at your group. Okay. This is more druidic, which isn't only reliant on the tongue, more when Brom uses druidic. It more emanates from their throat, almost like a clicking noise that doesn't require the tongue, but it's more clicking noise that's made by the vocal cord. Well, set up your camp. I'll get working on the wheel, and then I heard tell of mushroom.
Yes, and he'll put down his pack, rummage through, and we were specifically given 2 days worth for 2 people. So I'm not sure how you want to break that down, but he does have a nice big bunch of, and these were potent ones as well, if I remember correctly.
Excellent. The dwarf. And they look over towards Philip.
Oh, yeah, Philip. He was a soldier.
Philip is glowering. Glaring, not glowering, glaring at this guy. What's a glowering? Glowering is a word, isn't it?
Glowering's a word.
Yeah, glowering.
Philip doesn't glare. He glares.
You're glaring at Brom.
Glowering, yeah. No, I was right. He's glowering at Brom. Just like,
Scowling.
yeah, just staring him down. Let them down.
Okay. You have interesting company, Draenor.
Yes, and he'll motion again with his hands to say, this one has been blessed by sailing. I thought Afon might be interested in meeting them. He'll say in common.
Sailing.
Yeah, and he'll repeat the hand motion for sailing.
Afon's sailing.
Yes.
This one, and she gestures with the axe towards Philip, without looking at him.
Yes.
They gesture towards him.
Yeah. I believe Afon would be interested in meeting Philip.
I'll let Afon know. In the meanwhile, this one that thought he should be manhandling my axe can help me lift the wagon.
Degala, would you be able to give Brom a hand with the wagon? They're going to try and fix it up while we set up camp.
I kind of struggled to lift it before, but I can try to help. Can you tell your friend that if they raise a weapon to any of us again, I will have to take action?
They struggle with common since they lost their tongue, and sometimes speaking with weapons is a way to converse. So no, Degala, you have your weapons, and he'll look at your hands. Brom has theirs. Sometimes you speak with your fist. Sometimes Brom speaks with their axe.
They lean in towards. They lean in towards Degala, and although they speak through the clicks, obviously it's conveyed to Draenog, but their eyes are on Degala. And you can let the elfling know that if he threatens me again, I'll cut back those ears of his so he looks so much more like the humans he peddles with.
And yeah, Brom would like you to know that if you were to threaten them again, they will cut back your ears to be like the humans you peddle with. And it'd just be a little smirk on his face. Again, it's very much his standing next to Brom, in line with Brom, moving with Brom, not speaking on Brom's behalf, Brom can converse very well with their mannerisms and acts, but when asked, will vocalize for them and showing Draenog's on the circle side, not the party's side. You know, he spent centuries with these people. Why would he just turn his back on them all of a sudden?
Brom, was it?
Yes.
If you want to share a drink at any point, I would happily oblige.
The eyes angle towards Cassian and they consider him. And then that smile returns, less wolf-like this time, but more like you're also aware that every time you're subjected to the stare, Brom doesn't really blink.
Okay.
Brom just looks, and those eyes undulate between being circular irises and being cat-like, depending on where they're angled towards the light sources of your lanterns and whether or not they're looking away. And then the moment you mention drink, they reach behind their back to where the hide armor kind of meets flesh, and they pull out what looks to be a very bulky hip flask, and then offer it to Cassian.
Cassian will just go straight in.
Val.
Thank you very
sorry.
much. And just take a sip.
Val,
Cassian
you're
is
Or
stood,
Constitution thing, but
Constitution.
you're stood next to me, aren't you, Val?
Yes.
When what was the word? It was fraternize with humans or
Pedal.
peddle
Peddle
with
with
humans.
humans.
When those words come out of Draenog's mouth, you notice Degala slightly leaning back and his right fist clenching, as in ready to go.
Degala, why don't we go take a walk?
19.
it has a weird taste like fresh water, but the burn of very strong liquor. And where it goes through your body, it almost feels as though you are stepping into a sauna, but warming you from the inside. It is very pleasant. You have no idea what the fuck it is, though.
I did not know there were such wonders out in nature. I'd have come out here years ago. Thank you so much. And pass the flask back.
Gesture. Like, reach out with a palm and push the flask back at you.
Regarding what Degal just said, when you put your fist behind your back, you would feel Philip just quickly wrap his hand around your wrist and just hold it there.
Okay. Degala will look back at both of them, nod.
Oh, Philip's fuming.
Yeah.
Philip's fucking fuming.
He will nod and he will walk away from the cart, from everyone, and he will just head 100 feet down the road and just not say a word.
In his place, I will I'll take position ready to lift the wagon.
I
Okay.
rolled to see if I was going to punch them or not. And I did. The DC is a 10. Under 10, I'd punch them. Over, I wouldn't. I got a 12.
Yeah. That would have been interesting.
It would have. I really wanted to.
Ty, did you say there was a river near here, or did we just pass one?
So if you look on the world map,
Oh, yeah.
Get it
there
up
is
now.
a river to the southwest of the Lone Mountain that runs from the ocean towards the pass. You were on the part of the woods which is just to the west of the main road that runs towards Neredaeth.
Right.
Those woods are huge, and now that you're at the base of them, what you thought was about 200-foot tall trees, probably closer to 300 foot.
Jesus. So would we be close to the river or not? I'm just trying to. I'm assuming no.
No.
No. Okay.
You've
That's
come up with the road, and the road is
Yeah.
what runs adjacent to the river.
right. Okay. We didn't come that far off the road, did we? How far did we come in?
Just up to the edge of the woods.
Up to the edge of the woods.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did Philip roll to lift the wagon?
I'll roll now for you. He rolled a nat fucking 20.
Nice.
Oh, sorry. Let me do it again. Oh. To
Holy
stay
shit,
consistent with
that
earlier.
fucking 20. So with my strength thing, that'd be a 24.
As people begin moving either off to go and create some distance or to begin mustering up whatever camp they're going to, the wagon is lifted with ease by Philip. And the moment that it lifts, Brom reaches out towards the wheel, lifts it off, and then runs their hand over the part where the axis hole is cracked and broken. And as they make a series of clicks, their hands begin to glow a light green.
I will say, for a show of strength, would I be allowed on a natural 20 to have hoisted it and then put it on one shoulder?
Sure.
Just boom, and just stare at them the whole time.
Sure.
Not saying a word.
They're going to look at you. They'll look at you doing that. Lift their hands off of the wheel. Then just wait.
I don't wait. Philip's strong. That was good.
All right. They'll wait.
What
They'll probably wait for a good 10 minutes
Okay.
before they actually go back.
Philip's going to reach into his
to do-
satchel, pull out his pipe.
Okay.
In
Um,
the
Smoke
meantime,
coming- you see
everyone
smoke coming
will
out his
hear
mold.
the occasional crash, and if they look over, they might, in the dark, see Dagala just punching out a really old-looking tree and just taking out his rage on it.
Drano's like, my brother, no.
My son! My son, the tree!
Instant Harry Potter. My boy!
That's my boy! That's my son! The band's playing in the background.
No copyright infringement intended.
Other magical music is available.
Yes.
Dagala,
Yeah.
roll perception for me.
Perception. Yes.
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage and
disadvantage.
a minus. So perception is
Minus
7.
4.
Okay, so a +3
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Disadvantage, nat 1. 4 total.
Okay.
Thank you for the attempt, Rock, putting in a 20 there, but it didn't work.
I also said your dick afterwards. I think that one's more appropriate.
Oh my god! It's unbelievably funny.
He's punching a tree. What is everyone else doing?
Well, I'm waiting for. Is it Brom? I'm waiting for Brom to do the fucking job. He stood there for 10 minutes taking a break in this economy.
It's their job. They should do it. It's their job. Dean, you're muted.
Draina could be setting up a campfire or something, getting everything sorted and set up.
If the river was running alongside the road and we've sort of only just shortly pulled off the road, Val will probably say to like Cassian or somebody who's just kind of chilling, he's going to go over to the river for a bit. He's going to take a little wander over.
Don't die.
The road. Well, I already have done once. I'll try not to again. I'll just take a wander over the road over to the river. And he's going to, when he knows he's kind of on his own, he's going to have a little bathe of sorts, because I imagine he fucking stinks. So he's gonna try and have a little bathe, and then at some point he's gonna just kind of like, depending on how deep the river is, he's gonna kind of just go in and sort of lay down, fully submerge himself, and just kind of lay under the water, contemplating everything.
See, we split the party.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm
Right.
not going hugely far away.
I mean, we weren't near the river.
No, we were. We said we come off the road. Oh, it depends. How far is the river, Titus? Because if it's like hundreds
Probably a
and
few
hundreds
hundred
of
feet, I would say.
Oh,
Yeah, we come off the road. Keep in mind, we'd come off the road, gone across a bit of a field to get to the trees, while the river was, on the other side of the road.
They are quite close,
I mean, if
but
you
it'd
wanna-
be a few hundred feet.
There can be smaller rivers and streams that'll be in the valley, but if you're on about the big river,
Oh,
you
no.
have to walk
Just I thought you meant. I didn't know you meant the big river. If there's any like smaller streams and stuff that's obviously a bit closer, then I'll go to those.
I mean, there's a puddle nearby where the horses have been pissing.
Ah, that's fine. That's not bad enough anyway. Yeah, so he'll take a wander over there. If it's deep enough for him to sort of just submerge himself, or at least get his head fully under, he's going to kind of lay there. His intention being he just kind of wants to contemplate on everything, have a little think about a bunch of stuff, and he's going to try and sort of push it to the point where he's not drowning, but he's like feeling like he needs to come up for air because he's trying to just put a bit of pressure on himself to try and focus his mind.
What about
It's
Cassian?
worth noting that
Oh, sorry.
from what you can recall from the most recent recollection of the rhyme
Mhm.
that you've had, you are uncomfortable being in this body of water.
Oh,
Although you can feel the stones at your back, it's almost like you're expecting to plunge deeper. And you can hear, even though your ears are plugged with water, it's almost like someone is yelling to you from a distance. Or not yelling, they're whispering from a distance.
can I tell what they're saying?
Are you going to listen?
Yeah, briefly.
Do perception.
For the
Well,
plot.
no, do an Arcana check for me.
Oh, nice. Good at Arcana. Not if I roll low. That's a 10.
Average.
Slap bang in the middle.
It is 6 words over again.
Hmm.
Over and over again. And then, are you going to continue to listen to pick them out?
Yeah, I imagine so. He is trying to focus his mind, so if this is what's pulling his focus, then yeah.
You would have picked for me when you did your transformation a saving throw.
Yes.
Roll it for me.
Oh, Jesus. I think I know which one you mean.
Are we about to lose Val?
No, don't be daft. Hang on, which one was it? It was...
It's nice to see Val and.
Oh, shit.
I was going to say it's nice to see Val and Josh's character spend a bit of time together.
Yeah. It was... Let me just double check which one it was, because I've got a couple of saving throws. Bear with. If we want to go to Cassian for this bit, just while I have a look.
What are you doing, Castian?
I would set up by Drainog, who is setting up the camp, and just continue drinking from that flask. It's been a while since he's had a nice strong drink.
It is very, very fresh. But mixed with the burn is... the contrast is nice. And it's warming. And it makes your muscles feel relaxed and less achy. Especially from the walk that you've been doing all day. And Draenog's up to your side, setting up this camp. And you begin to hear in the distance the hammering of a wooden tool that has basically been brought out by Brom, and they're currently fixing the axle. These noises mixed with the sounds of the wildlife in the woods and the echoing sounds from the valley. Very, very tranquil. Weirdly so, given everything going on.
Just gonna honestly essentially just neck the flask. It won't last long.
Do another Constitution saving throw for me.
Yes.
And if you're necking it quick, do it with disadvantage.
So heroic inspiration. It's actually much better. 19 again.
Whoa! What did you get before? Was it a net 1?
Yeah. I rolled an 18, a 1.
You do manage to go
17.
through. You do manage to go through the flask, and although you are feeling warm and buzzed, still in complete control of your faculties. It is strong though, very pleasant, and you're almost regretful when it empties. Okay.
I did find out which one it was. I had it written on my sheet, I just couldn't read it. So in total, that is a 17.
Okay. You hear the words. The animals scream.
Oh boy.
The children cry.
I assume it's another part of that rhyme.
A whispering starts from your other ear, urgently, and another 6 words. Sorry, not 6 words. 9 words. Prepare. And now you feel a ice cold grip in your gut. For some reason, you know if you hear these 9 words, things are about to change.
Yeah, well, feeling that, he's going to bring himself back to reality and try and block out the rest of the words. He's not going to focus on those last ones.
Okay. Do a strength saving throw.
Oh, shit. Ooh, better. Dirty 20.
You
Damn it.
start leaning forwards to come out of the water, and as the water laps up and over you, it doesn't slide off but presses down, almost like watery hands have come up and gripped you by the torso to pull you in. And where you start feeling the point where your lower back and your rear meet the stone, originally it bumped off of them as you sat up and then descended back, but where it should meet stone, there is nothing there. It is just empty behind you, and those watery hands press and you fight to lean forwards, but then as you rock yourself up in the last moment and you lurch forwards, your knees come up and then your rear touches stone. But as the water sloshes behind you, you can almost hear a gentle whisper of
doing that, he's going to just kind of nod to himself and be like, okay, so water.
Are you staying in the water?
He'll start to get up and then kind of realize that for how long he's been under the water, he is not out of breath and doesn't have to catch his breath at all, and he felt quite comfortable under there, so he's a bit taken aback, but he's going to sort of climb out the water and go and get his stuff and then make his way back to the party and just be like, okay, water, not great.
Okay. So we will quickly cut back to the gala.
Okay.
Can I have from you, Degala,
Yes.
an initiative roll with disadvantage?
Initiative roll with disadvantage. Okay.
Oh,
Interesting. That is a... Do you know what? 17 and 18. Not +7, but +3. So dirty 20 for initiative.
Okay.
couldn't have used that for the perception check.
Just check, because this is either going to be one under, equal, or one higher.
This is either going to be Josh's third character, or he may run away.
So yours was 20, yeah?
20.
Did you note down that line, by the way, Callum?
I did, yes.
You go second. The gala.
Okay.
So you had 20, yeah?
20, yeah.
Just make a note.
Okay.
Right. As you are punching away,
Mm-hmm.
there is a sudden buzzing in your hearing. It grows louder and louder and louder. Can you roll for me an intelligence saving throw?
Yes, so that'll be -1 with my current exhaustion. 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
Second.
Don't shake your head at me, Callum.
I'm going to go and punch some trees in a magic druid forest. What could go wrong?
So, what's your next character,
Okay.
Josh?
A Goliath wizard.
Tell you what, I better
Okay,
get
so-
my. Go on.
Right, so just ongoing, and I need you to make a note of this because we're going to have to round off in a moment.
Yeah.
Until I say otherwise,
Yeah.
you can't take bonus actions.
What? No!
You can't take reactions.
Yeah.
And at the start of your turn, you must roll a d10 for me. For all intents and purposes, you are currently under the confusion spell.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
The monk is broken.
As
Yeah.
this buzzing picks up,
Uh-huh.
and you find it hard to focus. The tree starts to blur in front of you,
Mm.
and then almost seems to take on a humanoid shape, and then turns back to a tree, and then a humanoid shape, and then that skeletal remains of the tree that litters the roadside. So you're not currently in the big cluster of trees. You went back
Yeah.
towards the road.
It was right on the
walking up,
edge,
didn't you? Yeah. So this kind of decrepit remains of a tree shifts and changes, and you for a moment can see Brom there, and that riles you up, and then it shifts, and then it's the tree, and then it shifts again, and it's not either of them. Instead, perched upon the tree and staring at you with 4 golden eyes, with a elongated head and a maw that's filled with needle-like teeth and a long tongue, is a hunched, greyed creature that has 8 arms coming up and out of it. And the moment that it sees that you start to focus on it, it lunges.
Okay.
We are going to pause there. I'm not about to leave people thunder.
I tell you what, Degala, don't worry. This is somehow in Philip's mind. This will be Bram's fault.
I
will
think
kill
it's
them.
entirely
I will
Bram's
kill
fault.
them for you. I will
Thank
kill
you.
them.
Thank you very much.
We'll avenge you.
Yeah.
Brom's
that's all I
done
need.
nothing wrong. All they've done is give Cassian a drink, which is
Put them in their axe. You can't look. I can make. Philip's allowed to insult you guys. You can't just go up to someone and try to take the hood off
With an axe.
with an axe.
That's why I moved back. I didn't get confrontational about it, but I
Oh,
was
so-
just like, you could have just asked.
That's a
Also, the
confrontational
justification
move.
is like, oh, you speak with your fist. No, he doesn't, Draenor. That's called violence.
Exactly.
We're not having a conversation. We're trying to kill someone.
Oh, God.
As a reminder, you are the individual that in front of a traumatized child did tell him that you, as a living, killed his kind.
Yeah, I assumed he was asleep.
Ah, Philip.
You are talking to druidic people which don't interact with others.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can tell. Socially fucking awkward.
The horse is judging everyone's
I tell you,
stupidity. Yeah.
depending
horses.
what happens next, Brock won't be interacting with anyone ever again.
Yes, come on, Ryan. Let's do this.
Philip's gonna snap that guy the his neck.
You're also gonna have to fight Draynog as well because he's gonna take Brom's side.
You're also going to have to fight Cassian because he's been given a drink.
Brom is going to wish they still had a tongue for me to rip out.
If all of the things that's going to end this party is Brom trying to lift Val's hood and pissing off Philip and Dagala, and the party just splits down the middle, PvP, game over.
I tell you what, it didn't even piss Philip off. It pissed me off. It pissed me off. When you were describing it, Tanner, I was like, this asshole.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, well done. You've actually angered me. I'm genuinely annoyed at this fictional character.
At that point, I think Val is just going to steal Brown or Grey and fuck off. Just be like, see ya.
Yeah, Brom, run away. I've got a fucking Misty Step now, guys. You ain't getting away from Philip anymore. You think you got away? He's there. Cast horse.
We'll get to see how this escalates or doesn't next week.
It's gonna. It doesn't. It's gonna.
Okay.
Just introducing Harry's new character, an 8-armed, spider person.
It's when these guys find out that this is Harry's character.
I'd love if we have a massive fight and then just fucking Gwen just like, hey guys, I've caught up, and it's like after covered in blood of all the druids.
A small druid's head.
Someone's holding Draynog back and making him watch.
Yeah, sorry about today, Titus. We went off on a few tangents, didn't we, really, in all honesty?
Just a few. Just a few. So it's all right. We will see how this goes next week and pick up from there. We'll. So thank you very much, guys, for joining us and the chat activity and stuff. It's always nice when we've got comments and stuff going. And for those that have joined us the first time this week, I'm sorry.
This was fantastic.
If you want to continue the conversation, you can come and join us on Discord. So if you type in perils.uk, it'll redirect you straight to there. And
if you want to rewatch all this carnage, the VOD will be out on Spotify and on YouTube on Wednesday at 5 o'clock GMT. I think the title of this is quite self-explanatory. This episode is simply called Horse. Horse, I think, sums it up perfectly.
I do have an idea for the title, but I'll tell it when we've come off.
All right, cool. It might not be horse.
It's going to have the word horse in it.
Amazing.
Horse.
Double horse.
Okay. Thank you very much for watching, guys. The VODs do come out on Wednesday. Our lore videos tend to come out on Friday by the wonderful Leo, who I believe is in chat. So I hope you've been making notes, Leo.
Actually, because if it is your first time, sorry to interrupt, Titus, but if it is your first time and there's a lot to catch up on, if you go onto the Perils and Possibilities YouTube page, there is a playlist which is lore videos. I think it's called the Lore Dungeon, which is Leo's brilliant setting. And he's got a lore video for every session that has come out, like a summary and a little bit of a breakdown. And it's excellent. Sorry, Titus. Yes.
They're well worth having a watch through, especially if you haven't got time to watch the full videos yet. Hopefully you will watch them. We do invite everyone to, rather than just relying on the lore videos, because obviously a lot happens there, a lot of role playing and stuff like that. So feel free to have a look at that. At some point in the future, we will have a look at doing that other Farsight one to get all the characters and stuff rounded off. Date to be determined. But otherwise, thank you very much, guys, and hopefully we'll see you next Sunday to continue this mayhem.
Cheers, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.